elephants, orangutans, lions, bears. They'll make you stare. Dragons, salamanders, fish in the sea. Know what I mean? Jason Ellis. Fuck you. Michael Tully.
I'm not very sexy.
Andrew Groove. Absolutely.
Kevin Kraft.
Don't worry, we got them the bases covered.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Live from Hollywood,
Also blowing up.
this is the Jason Ellis Show.
Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
All hail the King of the West!
Vikings is not bad. I mean, it's real weird that the star of the show is a cripple, and he makes a lot of threats sitting on his bum. But goddamn it, man, they're fucking convincing. I don't think I've ever seen a man on his backside laying threats that are that convincing. Didn't like the guy at first, but he's creeping up on me. He's no Ragnar, but, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not a bad idea to maybe check out Vikings if you are trapped in this world where, you know, I mean, you watch funny people act like stuff on the square. You know, Netflix and shit.
Funny stuff on the square?
Yeah, just watching fucking TV in your little world, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah. So wait, so Ragnar's dead, and then the guy who replaced, obviously not like replaced the actor, but the new king is himself crippled?
No, Ragnar had a bunch of kids because he's a whore. And one is like this weird evil kid. They were supposed to kill him, but Ragnar wouldn't kill him because he was born with like weird legs that don't work or whatever. It's like you know what I mean? In the Viking world, when you're born with a deficiency, they'll just kill you. So he was all fucked up in the legs, so they were going to kill him.
Yeah, Romans do that too.
Right, so he's like a weird evil baby, and his mum was a witch. She came on the show once, and she's hot. And then, yeah, and he's got these other brothers, and they would fight, and it's a long story, but there was like potential stars, you know? It's like a bunch of sons. Who's going to be the king and all that stuff. And
that sounds very Game of Thronesy.
All right, is it?
Yeah, who's going to be the king? That's pretty much the premise of Game of Thrones.
It's just Vikings isn't that deep. It's just like, it's just four brothers, I think. I don't know. It's weird because there's one older brother that's obviously the king. And then there's these four fucking rodents that are from the witch mom that are just bitches or something. I don't know. But the fucking legless guy is the only guy with any heart. And before Ragnar died, he did hang out with the stumpy one a little bit more. They had some times, and he's very evil. He's very mean and evil, but those are the times, Michael.
Do they have English accents on the show?
English people do. There's English people in it.
But what about the Vikings?
Nah, they have this bullshit. No,
they're
not.
I was thinking maybe we should go and rape the ladies.
No, they don't do that. It's a weird. I don't know what it is.
You do the pillage and I'll do the rape.
They don't do any of that. But it is you know what it is? Everybody talks like Ragnar. I don't think Ragnar's accent is a Norwegian accent. It's just whatever accent he came up with. Everybody just bases themselves off him.
Because I just find it's like the default thing that when people are from the past, we just give them English accents, even if in this case, obviously, they did go to England.
Well, the guy with the legs that don't work, he got a lot of blood on his face from stabbing somebody a lot in the face with an axe, and he made a lot of threats sitting down, and they were like really cool threats. He said that I forgot what he said he was, but he was something gruesome and impaler of sorts or something. He stated who he was and that he fears no one and that you'll never kill him because he's fearless. And they were all standing there looking at him, and nobody would shoot the fucking legless bastard. They would,
shoot him?
Arrows. Arrows and swords. They all had arrows and swords. And he was sitting on his bum with a pick, and they wouldn't go him.
Did they fear that he might have magic?
Yeah, I think I think that's what happened.
Because there's really only two ways that this can work. Obviously, one is that he has magic and that it doesn't matter quite so much then that he can't use his legs, and the other one would be that he's somehow this like charismatic leader of men. Like the Godfather couldn't beat up anybody.
Yeah.
But he commanded respect
Oh,
because
no.
he was able to organize people around him and get their allegiance.
No, this guy kills a bunch of people with no. He's a very inventive man. He has a carriage that he's invented, and he wears a little helmet and a carriage, and he goes out and he fucking rolls past people and he kills them. You know what I mean, rolling past.
So he's like a handy, capable murderer.
Fuck, dude, he made a fucking leg stand brace with a crutch. He fucking stands up and walks by himself. We're talking 1700s. Is that when was it? When
No,
they were Vikings?
Quite a bit earlier than that.
Oh.
The big, if I'm not mistaken, when the Vikings conquered England or arrived and whatever it is 1066. So that's
Holy! And this dude was walking.
That's 1,000.
He was a cripple that made himself walk, and he kills tons of people. Michael, hand to hand, kills tons of people. Spoiler alert: he kills his brother, one of them, and then he just gets away with it. They're all okay with it. He said he didn't mean to. Made him angry. It was in front of everybody. Threw a fucking knife into his chest, but he made him angry.
So how many people, like, would you guess are in like Ragnar's clan or society? Is he the head of all the Vikings?
He's the king of the Vikings.
Of like Greenland? Oh no,
Something.
wait, that's where they landed. Okay, so how many people is that? Would you guess?
100,000.
Okay. Because it's interesting to me.
Because there's like little towns and villages everywhere.
Yeah. It's interesting to me that you're probably about right that people were able to, for as long as they were able to, like just pass power from themselves to their son.
Yeah. Well,
Because you can easily see where democracy comes from, and obviously what we have now is this really distorted bastard child of the original idea. But the idea is, who cares whose fucking son you are? We should find the best guy to lead us.
well, that's what seems to be happening, Michael. He seems to be. Everyone was like, he can't be king because he's crippled, but he seems to be really good at warfare, and he's got all the better ideas, and the city knows that because he's demonstrating it.
Mm-hmm.
He's demoralizing his brothers that have legs in the art of war. So now they're all on his side because they know that he's gonna get them what they want, which is obviously rape and murder. I'd make it a joke. They just want to pillage. They want to go get stuff. Some people want to farm, but a lot of people just want to go and kill stuff too. There's a lot of Vikings in this show that are like, yeah, fuck you. I'm just killing everybody. I want to be the king of everything.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna stop.
Yeah. Well, the case could be made, and some people do make the case that is like the way humankind is supposed to operate, and we're kidding ourselves if we pretend otherwise, that we're all kind of here to try to dominate each other, and we put rules in place that make it so you can't just murder indiscriminately because society can't function. But this whole like, can't we all just get along thing is like, no. As a matter of fact, human nature says no, we can't all just get along. Everybody wants to rule the world, as
Yep.
Tears for Fears so eloquently once put it.
Geniuses.
It's a pretty great song, actually.
How's that one go, Andrew?
I think this is on the short list of the best 80s pop songs. Like, it's a 80, this song.
I'm sure I will, but it's those are not like ones that you reel the name off and I just immediately start playing the song in my head.
Yeah, I didn't like it when I was a kid. I actually did not care for this song. It's only more recently that I've realized what a truly terrific song this is.
See, because I used to make fun of Tears for Fears, Michael, when I was
fair.
a boy.
Oh my god, that's fair. I didn't like Shout.
Yeah.
Oh, this is live.
Oh, this is a timeless riff.
This is fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah, no, I agree. Man, I've somewhat much more understanding in my old age.
It's good, isn't it? I am too with music. I'm way more understanding.
I mean,
this is live. I don't ever think of these 80s songs as actually being performable by like guitars and drums and keyboards.
Well, look at them. Yep. And he's old as fuck, which also is a reality. So anyway,
Yeah.
I did a podcast last night, Michael, live on YouTube because you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people I've noticed because I'm copying everybody because I was told that it's a good idea to do it. So I'll do what everyone else is doing because I don't want to miss out on anything because I'm a fucking sheep. So anyway, it's been a while because I was sick, so it was fun to do it. I was excited about it. But I always play a little bit of music on the intro, and I play a little bit of music on the outro. Mm-hmm. And then people inform me that the show was pulled down on YouTube because you could hear the music through the headphones, and the YouTube channel caught it, and YouTube cut my show and took it away because you can hear
just bleeding from
an artist.
I don't,
fucking stupid is that?
I don't understand that just because I feel like a lot of the songs that are up on YouTube, some of them are from the official artists, but like, okay, we just listened to Tears for Fears. Did Tears for Fears put that there? Okay, bad example.
If you were on Electronics right now, Michael, and we played that,
yeah,
and the computer that's on right now picked that up, mm-hmm. This show on YouTube would be taken off.
Might be, right. I'm aware of that being a thing with podcasts because I didn't think about that when I started doing my show. I have tiny little pieces of instrumental stuff from songs that I like to just get in and out of breaks, as people do, and we can do that pretty freely on the radio. And the reason why they let you do that on the radio is because it's like they're not gonna fuck with radio.
Right.
You know, radio promotes music, so they don't fuck with radio.
Kevin, do you cut my music out of my podcast? Well, I don't play the whole song anyway.
They do have algorithms that sweep SoundCloud and iTunes.
Right. But I never played the whole song, but I didn't even know you could play a little bit of it.
Right, it's recently, basically what I'm saying is it's recently come to, I'm being lazy, I'm continuing to, I put a new episode up today and it's got songs from other people on it, just I'm talking in and out of over them, just a tiny little bit, but like, I do make my own music. The intro of my show happens to be my own song, because I just threw something together for my first test show and I like it, so I keep using it. But I actually need to go through and replace the shit that I'm using and put in stuff that I own.
Oh, shit.
Because what a stupid thing to get shut down for.
Right. I guess I'm just taint stick in and out of everything now.
It's kind of like, I think...
I mean, that's the safest bet.
Well, unless somebody has a problem with that
what?
Unauthorized use of copyright, because you're not the sole owner of the copyright on taint stick stuff.
God, don't say that on the radio. Start
something. It's okay by me.
Wow, thanks. Well, I guess I'm friends with Josh again. So what about if it's like
75%?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how.
I know?
I don't know how the law works. But
you don't want to be cool with Christian, but I would be cool with Christian. I don't want to go to dinner with him or anything, but if he's listening or if someone knows him, I don't hate you, dude. Well, I'm not going to play taint stick though.
Yeah, I don't like. Hate
You
him.
ruined it.
I don't hate him.
Tell he ruined it. I'm scared.
Just make some of your own shit.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cooler anyway. It's cooler anyway. But anyway, I've been lazy about that.
It's not cooler, but
it's a lot like it's like a DUI checkpoint.
You are welcome to use
Ooh!
There you go.
Hey!
You're all set.
Fuck yeah, Will. Thanks, man.
It's better anyway.
I know, right?
But it's like a DUI checkpoint. Like, most people drive drunk and get away with it just fine, and most people who get screened by DUI checkpoints aren't drunk. But that's what getting caught with copyrighted music is like online.
So, I'm pretty angry about that, and I don't like how you can't have nudity or anything. I'm just like, you know what, dude? It's not for me. I'm just not that kind of guy.
Well, YouTube isn't for you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm happy for everyone else, but me being on there is rules. People tell me what to do. I don't want to be told what to do, especially on a podcast. That's crazy. I just want to do what I want to do. But last night I saw this other fighter, Alan Jouban. You know who that is?
Of course.
He was recovering from a cold, and it's been fucking with him, and I'm still got a little bit of my cold. And I saw him make a video where he had a giant ladle thing full of chopped up garlic and olive oil, and he fucking said he was just gonna eat the whole thing. Oh, excuse me.
That was pretty much my reaction to hearing that as well.
No. Well, what I did not know was last night on the podcast that just came out right now, you can download it for free. I just ate that whole spoon on the radio thinking, Katie's like, I can't believe you're gonna eat the garlic. And I'm like, I've chewed on garlic cloves before, who cares? But it was several of them. And I just started chewing them and downing the olive oil with the garlic, like all of it in one shot.
Drinking olive oil in and of itself wouldn't be all that pleasant.
Oh, yeah, because all of a sudden this crazy burn and like vapors that like almost made me fucking pass out. I grabbed the fucking caveman coffee bucket and started drooling like uncontrollably, like
Your signature vomitorium.
My podcast did a straight like
Barf bucket.
15 minutes of me just locked up. My eyes burned.
I gotta listen to that.
I was like, man, oh, great. I love it. The greatest thing I can do is just vomit into a can in pain. But I was like, it got so bad that it started to make me panic. Like it was, you know what I mean? When you get short, your breath is short.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm gonna be okay, but I'm like, and I'm like, man, if you fucking die from eating garlic right now. But now I'm desperate to talk to Alan Joban because he didn't put the actual video. He just showed the ladle and was like, and then after was like, well, that was tough. And then the next day said it made him feel better. But I'm like, did he bullshit everybody? Am I a moron? Because some people that were live on YouTube that is no longer there anymore, they were like, don't do it and stuff. And the other thing is, I don't know if it did anything.
Well, that would be my greater concern. Is I'd want to have some pretty hard assurances that it was going to cure me if I.
Well, Alan Joban's in the UFC, Michael. He must be right. That was my.
That is one way of looking at it.
I see how I might have made a mistake there.
I just don't think that they figured out anything yet that really. I think the over-the-counter stuff will reduce your symptoms, and otherwise, it's got to run its course.
That was the other thing. I was going to put garlic up my ass last night, and I was thinking.
No, that works.
Because I was thinking if you'd put, stay with me, if you put an E-bomber up your butt,
yeah,
it works crazy, right? If you put booze up your butt, you get hella hammered.
And
I said hella.
And you don't throw
hella
up.
Hammered. Fuck.
You just hang out in this
Who
part
the
of the state.
fuck do I know that says hella hammered?
You just hang out in this part of the state long enough, you just surprise what comes out of your mouth.
Holy shit! I got kids.
Yeah. My sister calls me on it.
Hella hammered.
My sister calls me on it that like I
Your sister says hella?
No.
Oh.
That like I replaced like very with super. You know, we've been super busy.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that a California thing?
See, nowadays people are in such close contact with one another. I don't know if they're regional dialects. Like I think they get cross-pollinated pretty quickly. But yeah, to me that's my sister seems to think so, and I don't disagree with her.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I heard hella. It was the guy was dipping.
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah, I always thought hella was for me it was like Northern California.
Yes. Yeah.
San Francisco people said that there was hella freezing or some shit like that.
Yeah, when I heard it, I forget where it was. I was somewhere in between LA and San Francisco. Yes, that's right. That's right.
So anyway, I was gonna I don't know how to. I guess I'll do it after. But I don't want to be on YouTube for being on the podcast or on the radio anymore, because I'm just gonna go back to my website and then I'm gonna put it garlic up my ass, because I reckon that'll fix me for sure. Right, Will?
How that wouldn't work.
Who? Thought he said hoa.
Have we asked people? I think we have, right? What is the stupidest, like, herbal medication kind of thing that you've tried?
Oh, wow.
I smelled my poop.
Dude, Katie showed me a photo last night of a girl that got an infected tattoo on the back of her neck and was like, what do you think I should do? Kind of thing, like showing a bunch of people. And Katie said that there were several people that said you need to go to hospital immediately and get antibiotics. And
One angle.
the photo that I saw, you fucking needed to. Like, it was staffed. And then she said the thing that I found the most interesting was that there were way more people saying that they should rub lavender oil on it and shit like that. And I'm like, can you imagine if you got a friend or your mom is just like, no, you don't need to go to a doctor for that. You can just rub some you rub lavender oil into staph, you're gonna die. Like, you're gonna get so sick. I guess the only cool thing about it is usually, unless you're like really young and strong, staph will like drop you before you die. Like, I know some kids from the skateboard days where we would have we'd have a big zit, and then it got to the point where a couple of us had a big zit, and a line started going from wherever it was towards our heart. And there was this dude, who was it that, Shani, this fucking vert street. He's a real good proper vert dude. And he had one, and it was on his elbow, I think, and it went up his arm, and I guess he was in a movie theater and said that he wasn't feeling good. So he went out of the theater, and they noticed that the line was, there was a fucking line in a vein that was going to his heart.
Yeah, that's like some superhero shit.
He was about to
Like
die.
when Iron Man's dying.
Yeah, like he went to the emergency room and they were like, you had,
It was on
40,
its way.
40 more minutes.
You were on the highway to hell.
Yeah. And he was like a 25-year-old kid.
Here's how I can tell there are some alternative herbal kinds of things that probably do make a difference. Like Will, and like I think a couple of the people associated with the show, I've been taking melatonin religiously to go to sleep, and it puts me to sleep. It works. Maybe it's a placebo, but I find that it works. I don't think it is a placebo. But I can tell if somebody is full of shit when it comes to medicine if their advice is never mainstream medicine. If you go, hey, if you got a headache, take a Tylenol. But if you got this, let me tell you this. Okay, I'm willing to listen.
Right.
But there are people who will tell you that sticking garlic up your ass will also cure your cancer.
Right, like Aubrey Marcus had on it, he does a lot of stuff like that. But if he like goes to the mountains and falls and breaks his leg,
Yeah,
he's
got to rub his hands together.
He's taking Vicodin.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
He's cool with it.
Right.
Yeah, he knows alcohol works, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done all that. But real quick, this is the last day. Official Jason Ellis will have other videos, but radio and podcast, if you want to see it, especially, when's the Christmas show? Because that one's going to be a doozy that YouTube is never going to watch. Right, officialjasonellis.com is the only place you're going to see it, because it's a bust of my balls social media. Okay, go ahead, let's hear it. Yeah, but he's a liar.
Well, they've actually severed ties. He is no longer affiliated with Livestrong.com.
All right, well then I believe
outgrew
them.
him.
It did, huh?
It's pretty crazy. It's like if the Funky Bunch, like if Marky Mark was disgraced for, I don't know, murdering a Vietnamese man, and the Funky Bunch was just like, you know what, we actually have gotten bigger than you, Marky Mark. Just tell everybody you got nothing to do with us. It's just all Funky Bunch now.
Yeah, it's crazy that would still work.
It's a really popular website. I don't know how it got there.
You can put garlic in your vag as well, Michael. It does stuff. It's good for your vag.
If you want your vagina to smell like garlic, I'm sure it's great for that.
No, yeah, it does that, but it also does something. It cleans out your...
I don't know.
Infection of sorts.
I think people are just weird on vaginas, and people are like subconsciously, particularly women, have internalized the idea that that is sort of like a defective, weird, mysterious, potentially gross part of their body, and they're like, I don't know how many news stories I've seen over the years here of ladies, stop sticking blah 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 in your vagina because a bunch of health blogs were saying you should do this or do that. Like, remember when we read the list one time of the discredited uses for urine?
Yeah.
Turns out there's not one single thing that urine actually... And I still pee on my feet every single morning. And
but that's just because you like doing that.
No, it's because I have athlete's foot, and something tells me that
you spray Tenactin on it.
I have prescription stuff. I tried Tenactin, and then I moved up to the prescription stuff, and now I'm just living La Vida.
Man, what kind of a fucking athlete are you that you need super athlete's foot spray?
I think it's because not only do I go to a shitty gym, I only go to the pool.
Oh, man.
I think if I stop swimming, I don't have athlete's foot, but I don't want to stop swimming, so I just...
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes me not want to go in the pool.
Right? Tell me about it.
You know, my daughter got a rash from the pool that lasted for a year. She stopped swimming lessons from it.
I believe you. Pools are nasty, dude.
Kids.
Pools are super nasty.
They're disgusting.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be flowing, Michael, like a river. You know, where them bears hang out and then big fish fly out into the bear's mouth?
Yeah, bodies of water that are able to, like, regulate and replenish themselves without the use of chemicals.
Yes.
Right.
That's the place that you go in the water for.
I know, but I love a pool, man.
Yeah, I do too. I got a pool, man. If I can sit in the bottom of it all the time.
I like an indoor
Sometimes
pool.
I worry that when my chick walks past, she's going to see me in the bottom and jump in there and try and save me. And I'm like, I should probably come up every now and then.
No, when you get older, you can hold your breath longer. I can
What is that?
I can freak my kid out. I can go down there for a long, long time, and I like it. I don't know. Wait, are you a water sign? I'm a water sign. I hate to get into this shit.
What's a water sign?
What sign are you?
A Libra?
No, that's Libra's. That's Leo. What's a Libra?
Scales.
What the fuck's a scale?
I don't know. Fucking, it's the Justice for All album. A medal.
Wait.
That's all
You
I
don't get
know.
animal?
No, I'm justice for all. Duh. Libra.
That
And justice for all.
Uh-huh.
The scales of justice!
Your voice is surprisingly bassy for a Libra.
Right? I'm more of a later album, that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah. I'm the
Right.
Black Album.
Because I've often wondered. Now here I go again. I was just shitting on alternative medicine and stuff, and I do feel like a water sign cancer. I'm a crab.
Yeah?
I'm crab people. And I'm just like, I'm at home, dude. I just like going, and everybody likes this a little bit, but I like it a lot. Like, I like getting in the water and going underwater, and
Yeah.
everybody can fuck off for as long as I can stay down there.
Yeah.
Very comfortable.
I feel you with that one, big
Yeah.
time.
I like swimming, but I just like being in water
Yeah.
a lot.
Yep, me too. I've always liked to just sink to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's like a little woomy.
You know, I was showing my son the other day video of me swimming with them sharks in Hawaii. I was watching my legs kick around with those sharks. I'm like, man, I gotta do that again. That was like really cool. Big shishies up close it's very it's like powerful watching it all, watching them all down there.
Well, and it's funny because they're smart and all that. I mean, they're powerful, but there's just that fluidity. Like you never see like a jerky water animal, except for like a crab, something that's like a bottom dweller.
Yeah, but even but a crab when he's fucking on the sand sprinting, that's quite a feat. I mean, sideways. I've seen guys go sideways over rocks like just gliding. Very athletical, considering their bones are on the outside.
Hey, speaking of alternative treatments and such, 21-year-old guy, I just assume shit from Russia is true, who really knows, thinks that he might have to have his arms amputated.
Hell yeah.
Because he has been putting his own homemade brew inside his muscles.
Homemade brew of beer?
I don't know what. Homemade muscle building
Oh,
brew
okay.
to give himself bazooka arms.
Yeah, he injected himself. That looks infected, Michael.
Yeah, it does, and that's why he is saying he's been posting photos of himself for a long time online, and now he's like, you're gonna go 6 liters of synthol.
He can't get it out.
It never works out for these guys. I know it seems like a foolproof plan to give yourself daily injections of vegetable oil in your biceps, and it turns out there's a catch.
So
they're turning color, and he's just like, oh shit, I might have to get my arms cut off.
Right, well, that'll be cool when he'll be big on the no arm guy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's kind of ironic.
I mean, couldn't he... Oh, man, they are really infected. You got to get those off. Couldn't he get, like, if they're going to cut him off, couldn't they put...
They're turning purple, and he's still measuring them.
Yeah. Oh, my God. He's dying, and he's taking photos of it. Yeah, if they cut him off, couldn't they just put, like, knob things or hand things or hooks? Or could he, you know what I mean? Like, if he's smart, the doctor could cut it off and design something where he could be known as the, you know what I mean? You know, what can he have on there? You know, graft something. There's got to be something. You know what I mean? Like you're in the pocket. You're losing your arms, man.
Maybe that's a done deal.
What can you
already sell? What if you got like a couple of like skill claws, you know, like you use for prizes in arcades, and you can forever be grasping for things and never quite picking them up.
Why would you want to do that to a man? You never get it.
He never. Well, occasionally he probably would. What a big.
What about spoon?
That would be.
What about spoons? Then he'd be Spoon Man.
Yeah, but it'd be hard to use those.
Yeah, but it's a cool song.
I was never that big of a fan.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, he's not that great either. So Spoon Man. What about
uneven.
chainsaws?
You really trust this guy with chainsaw arms?
I'm trying to get him a career. He's obviously can't be hired when he's got no fucking arms. How's he gonna get you anything? What can he do? He can be a YouTube sensation as long as he doesn't play music. So cut his arms off and put crossbows on them. Like, what about if he has a thing on there, metal brackets that attach things? Oh, got it. The guy in the Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon movie had a hand missing, and he would clip different things onto his hand all the time. He had many different options. He had like a metal hand, like a karate chop hand, cat claws and shit.
This was later ripped off by Inspector Gadget. Yeah.
Yeah, but the real movie, and made by one of the greatest movie makers of all time, Bruce Lee, Yeah, what about if he has little clips on his shoulders, and he can clip anything on there? And he just makes tons of weapons and tons of cool shit.
That would be a great plan if he was only going to lose one of his arms. And would retain the use of his arm and hand on the other side.
Why?
With which to swap those things out?
Oh, I know. Somebody has to put them on. Yeah, good point. I mean, what about if he has them? They go in a little holder thing, and he sticks his nub in the little holder and it comes out with one.
I don't know that he's got those sort of resources at his disposal, but yeah.
What's the name of the guy that was on the show the other day? The little guy that has no arms. He's got hands on the end though.
Oh, the hype guy.
Yeah.
Jason.
Don't fucking call me, man. Fucking ran.
You want to Google that
before you attack him? Lobster Boy, you're calling him. Good.
Remember when we had Lobster Boy on the show?
Yeah. No, he's pumped.
I mean, you already defeated him in a hype battle. Do you really?
Yeah, kick him. No-armed midget when he's down.
All right, we'll work on that. Fights this weekend, big fights.
Yeah.
Every weekend. Is this the end of Cub Swanson in the UFC?
What?
I don't know. It's the last fight of his contract.
Oh, so he has to win.
And they're putting him up against a guy who's 12-0.
Yeah, he's really good. Oh, yeah, that is kind of...
Yeah, man. Probably not a coincidence.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Cub is, he just had a baby.
He did, that's right.
With our friend.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Penguin
What
Boy?
happened there? Who's Penguin Boy? Who's Penguin Boy?
That was Jason Brott. That was the guest.
Oh, okay.
Hey, tell me he was Penguin Boy.
Man. NH is absolutely crazy. There is no show this weekend. Her plane left or something. Man, wait. Do I have to play tennis this weekend?
Yes.
Her event is at a tennis center.
I don't have to fucking play tennis,
Yes,
do I?
You absolutely do.
Shut up, Michael. Stop saying that.
Do you want to borrow my racket?
Do you have a racket?
I do.
Yeah, I'll wreck your racket. I'm not gonna. That's not a good idea.
I'll wreck my. I've broken many rackets.
Just angry. Oh yeah.
Tennis guy.
I can respect an angry tennis guy. I feel like that's kind of like if you're a hockey player and you punch people.
See,
You gotta do it.
I feel really bad. I totally have regrets because I used to. I got really angry and I'd be like, "Fuck!"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then like fucking bash it in the floor over.
Yeah,
and over
yeah,
again.
yeah.
And I didn't realize how what's the word I'm looking for? Like how insensitive to the other players that was, how deeply uncool that was. Not just the person I was playing with didn't give a shit, or else they wouldn't keep playing with me. I played with the same people over and over. They thought it was funny that I got so angry at myself.
Okay.
But because that was the thing. If I was going, "Fuck you, that was out. You're a fucking lying, cheating piece of shit," well then I'm a fucking asshole. I would
Right.
never
You were
do
just
that.
angry at yourself.
I was angry at myself. I was actually more apt to say it was on the line. It was close. Let's call it in. Because it's just the way I feel. If I didn't win if I cheated.
Right.
So I'm really, really big on not cheating. But then I get really pissed at myself because, tennis is like a lot of games. It's like, I think a lot like golf, where you do it perfect 3 times in a row, and then the 4th time it just doesn't fucking work. And you did the exact same thing, like, fuck! And really loud. I used to really have a strong voice, and I've broken half a dozen rackets. And then I apologize to anybody who may have been on adjoining courts because I wasn't thinking about them really.
Yeah, no, I can relate with skateboarding. I've totally done that. Just hatched and snapped shit and threw and everything everywhere, and then later on said sorry.
It's so weird because I've got it in me, and you know this about me, but like I would, like if you put me out there and have me play tennis today, I will yell and scream and probably hurt myself in the process.
Instantly, for sure.
Probably.
After not playing for a really long time, you'll still be angry. Because that's the difference. If I went skateboarding right now, I guarantee you I'll suck. But I'm not going to get angry about it. I fucking don't skateboard no more.
Okay, maybe not. But the point is this. It wouldn't take me long to get back there. My point is this. That is definitely still in me.
Yeah,
and
okay.
it has no outlet whatsoever. Like, if I don't do the things that make me angry, I'll never get angry again. But I don't feel like they create an anger that isn't there before. Like, I wonder if I don't need something in my... I told you about the time I missed a ride for whatever, and it wasn't my fault, miscommunication, and I took a wooden baseball bat and just cracked it against the side of my parents' house until it broke. Like, I can be really physically angry.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to get that out?
Yeah.
I just don't really like It's not that I don't like fighting. I'm not afraid of.
What about shooting? Why don't you go shooting?
No. It's got to be physical. I can't like. I couldn't just like blow things up with drones and be like, haha, there you go. Take that.
Right.
I've got to fucking I got to get it out. I got to Hulk out. But I just don't.
Krav Maga?
I don't like.
You could fish hook somebody every weekend.
I don't really love going to fighting gyms. Like I don't.
Me neither.
I don't love the culture of. I don't hate it or anything, but it's never really been my thing.
What about Cool Beans? Want to beat up Cool Beans?
No.
He's fucking fat. He needs to get in shape.
No, I could never punch Kevin.
What about if he said something about your mum?
Try it.
Your mom's so fat she needs hula hoops to hold her socks up.
Did that work?
Oh, my mom could probably stand to lose a couple pounds.
Oh, wow. Wow, see how he reverses that on you. Wait a minute. You don't know what's going on. Yeah. I guess, what about if Kevin did steroids? Would you fight him then?
No, because then I don't want to punch him in the face, and I don't want him to punch me in the face. So then it's.
Who do you think would win, Kevin? Oh well. You're absolutely positive.
Yeah, which makes me a fucking natural born killer.
Yeah, how's that? Yeah.
I've led a slightly more physical life than him.
Yeah.
Maybe once I get my fucking stomach mesh and put my shit sausage back in my gut.
You haven't called anybody yet, have you?
Well, no, because I have that GI doctor appointment. I figure if I have to get like fucking surgery, I'll just save that for January.
What's in January?
Just once all the holiday stuff is over.
Wouldn't it be cool to get your mesh shit sewn up through the holidays? Because you're not going to be doing... Don't worry about it. Just let it hang out. Fuck it.
It doesn't fuck with you unless you try doing something physical, right?
You should cut your stomach open and see if you can get that thing all the way out. What about cut your arms off? Put little brackets on. Right? If the computer doesn't work, who gives a fuck? You can't touch it anyway. You got no arms. Fixed itself. Yeah. Man, I didn't know that, is it Jason?
Yes.
Got cool, like, he got barbed wire on his wrist. And he doesn't really have a wrist. It's just coming out of his collarbone.
Right. It basically.
That's
well,
a cool
it
tattoo.
basically- It covers his entire arm,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah, so do you see GSP? He's just like, you guys should fight. I'm not going to fight.
He has colitis.
He does not. What's colitis again?
I looked it up. It's a digestive thing. I think he said that it was hard for him without steroids because he's super anti-steroid. It was hard for him to go up in weight and maintain muscle mass.
Oh.
It's like an ulcery kind of thing. A chronic inflammatory bowel disease that causes inflammation in the digestive tract. It's called ulcerative colitis.
And how do you get rid of that?
Treatment can help, but the condition can't be cured.
Oh, wow.
Supposedly he's on some new pills and is feeling better, but doesn't want to fight at 185, so he's dropped the belt. And the Whitaker versus Rockhold for the official belt in Perth.
But he's not retiring?
He said he's going to focus on his health, and then when the time is appropriate, he will consider his future with the UFC.
He should fight Ronda Rousey in the WWE. Because I don't care. I'm so pumped on all the things that he's done for the sport, and it's been great, and what a cool comeback that way where you beat that mouthy English guy. But you need to go home, dude.
I think he needs a better gimmick. He can't just be George St. Pierre.
Rush. Don't forget the Rush.
He could be, whatever. He should be like Frenchie Croissantwich.
Ooh, if he comes back like with a face tattoo and he's Frenchie Sandwich, that could be, and just talks hella shit to everybody. Just hella shit.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Right?
Yeah.
Hella shit on America, too. Just really embrace the villain, you know? Just come at everybody for being American and not having croissants and shit.
So, Whitaker Rockhold, what do we think? Whitaker?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like Rockhold is the better athlete.
Because it's hard to get a read on him these days.
But
a couple years ago, I would have thought he was going to dominate the division. Now, I just don't know. Maybe he will. I literally just don't know.
He's been around a long time, man, and this Whittaker guy is he's a new guy, and he's just really, really tough, and I feel like the easy thing to say here, the fact is, I think Whittaker has improved the most in the last year or two. So otherwise I would have said that Rockhold would win, but I think Whittaker gets better every fight, and I think now that he has the belt, he has the confidence, and he has a way better jaw than Rockhold, you know. So I just feel like in MMA everybody's going to get hit a little bit, and it seems like when Whittaker hits people, they don't stay up, and Rockhold, very tricky guy, bit of a biscuit chin. Just saying. Not the most biscuity chin I've ever seen, but definitely not the most solid.
Whittaker, he's Australian.
Yeah, but he's part Maori, so
Right.
You ain't knocking that dude out.
So he will be defending, since they've handed him the belt. He will be defending his belt in Perth.
In the Outback.
Hopefully the same card that we will see Mark Hunt on. Will this be Mark Hunt's last fight?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like 44 or something.
Is he?
43 or 44.
So awesome.
43. He'll turn 44 in March, and this event's happening in February. So he'll be on the verge of 44.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan. Wherever he fights, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best.
And perhaps, since that event will be happening in Australia in February, there will be some gay married people in the crowd.
Yeah.
So that is now a done deal.
Good for you, Outback. Good for you for finally understanding that everybody should be a part of the bullshit. Can't exclude people from that one, you know?
If I gotta be married, you guys do too.
Yeah. I kind of feel like as the big one I want to bring up is, if I get divorced, you should get divorced, because misery loves company. You need to give people half.
How does that work?
The one that makes the most money gives
Just
the
give
money.
the other one half.
Yeah.
But what if it's like one guy makes like 45K and the other guy makes 40K?
I think you're okay.
Right.
I wouldn't know. I've never been in that situation.
No, that's true. In many ways.
Fuck.
Yeah. How excited in other Australian
And I
news.
wish I was going out with Dr. Drew. Katie, if you're listening, you know it's just a joke, but seriously. That would be, to me, I know, because security is something that, it's never ending, especially here. You never know. They could just fucking move on and give Jamie Foxx another show. But if I was married to Drew,
You wouldn't have to worry about it.
you would never, ever have to worry.
If I were...
He doesn't have to leave his wife either.
No, I know. I don't think you guys are ever going to be actually in a relationship, but I'm trying to think of what odds I would need to bet on you guys fucking someday.
Yeah, it could happen.
Because there's definitely a spread where I take that action.
Yeah, I believe that too. He seems a little fruity sometimes.
Yeah. Like, what would you need, Andrew? You're the gambling guy. Like, I'm thinking plus 500.
Oh, it's gotta be way higher than that. And is it Jason fucking Dr. Drew or Dr. Drew?
Just them fucking, dude.
Are they making out?
Yeah,
They're
fuck
fucking,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
They're having fucking sex like
Yeah.
adults do.
I would actually say if I was gonna have gay
no,
sex
he's
with
gonna
Drew,
yeah.
that there would be actual making out. In
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
There's
I
nothing
would I would passionately make love
They're
to
gonna
him.
have a date,
Yeah.
dude. They're gonna fucking sleep together.
Yeah. Dunno.
So I'm thinking he's got 10 more years of fucking left.
No, I don't think that's true. I think it's more. I think he's got more than that. But
Yeah. It's a different world these days.
I might put it at like 100 to 1.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have sex with Dr.
Well, what about have sex with Dr. Drew and not tell anybody?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They definitely would have to be.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna have.
In some magical world.
He's not gonna fuck me on blast.
Just if it happens, I find out and I have to collect on my bet. I take like 4 to 1.
That seems really low. I mean, Jason, you're like into it, but not into it in that way.
What are you talking about?
just
He's
said-
super into it.
Do you want to have sex with Dr. Drew?
Yeah. I would. I'm just. I would.
I thought you would do it.
No,
Yeah.
He wants to. It's
Uh,
hot for him. He wants to jump his bones.
Yeah, he needs a good going over. And I just know that it would be cool, you know.
And you want to fuck famous people?
Yeah, and I just feel there's a gay in there, you know.
You can find it in his butt. matchmake this.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see anybody else being a better gay relationship.
No. Maybe I'll see Drew. I'm doing stand-up on Monday, and I think Catherine Wood is going to hop up there as well, and Drew tends to tag along to those. Maybe I'll...
Yeah, see.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, just run it by him.
Nobody needs to
Someone needs to know.
His wife would be fine with it.
She can watch.
Yeah, she would be totally.
Man,
okay
I'd do
with
her too. Is that disrespectful?
it. No.
Okay.
If I'm him, I don't want her to watch. We've been
Right.
over this ground before.
Right, yeah.
It's just my thing, you know.
I see that.
Yeah.
Katie would watch me bang him.
Right. I don't know if he would want Katie to be there. I think you
Right.
guys are just like,
It's a loving thing.
you're gay for the night.
Right.
I've had relationships like that where it's just like we're like in love tonight.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think that that's actually impossible. I don't think I'd ever speak to him again.
Why?
Because, I don't know, it's something, you know what? Maybe not. He's
Wait, you
kind
couldn't talk to him again if you fucked him?
of... No, I was thinking that maybe.
Why? It's only weird if you make it weird.
I know. I'm trying to, give me a second. That's the first time I've thought about really fucking him. I mean, if he was into it, then yeah, for sure. If he was like gaying on me a lot, then yeah, then...
You're gonna have to make the first move.
See, that's weird.
I know, because you're not totally gay, but he's even less gay. You're gonna have to. You guys need to.
See, I'm really not into that. That's why it would be really tough. I'm the straight one,
Not this time, baby.
Yeah, well, that's a weird pair of shoes to put on, because I'd have to turn my gay way up. I don't know if I have. I don't think. No, my gay doesn't go to 11, bro.
Why can't you still be the straight one and fuck him? I mean,
I am.
Aren't we supposed to live in this world where everybody is somewhere?
You know what? If he agrees to go to dinner with me and I know that it's a date,
Yeah.
so now I know that I've got the go ahead, then yeah. But if I'm in charge, then it's going to be aggressive. Because I'm not coming on to a gay man lightly.
Mike Catherwood says 20-1 says you guys fuck. It's way more likely than people think. Mike, I already said 4-1.
Oh, he's texting both of us. I didn't say that. Drew is barely straight. Wait, who said that? Oh, he did. Yeah, look.
Well, you guys need to. You need to have like an encounter. Like you need to get caught in the rain together or something.
Right. In the desert. The truck breaks down in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Like that guy that sucked off his buddy in the cold. Remember?
That can happen.
Remember that guy did
Yes,
get the
I
cock
do.
off his chest
I do.
in front of everybody?
I remember that. Yeah.
He blew his buddy. That was fucking really. He got that cock off. Yeah, I would.
But if you guys had like an adventure, like if you went on a vacation, if you just said, "Hey, we should go on a trip together," that would be less awkward than saying we should fuck. But if
Yeah.
you guys go on a trip, you'll fuck.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. Better be good though. If it's bad, I'm not doing it. I can't talk to him ever again. That's why it's risky.
Why would it be bad?
'Cause
like,
he's straight.
What's bad? What does bad mean?
Bad at it.
But that's not important. What, you need this to be the ultimate sexual
No.
encounter in and of itself?
I just need him to be like compatible.
I think it's going to be like a... Well, there's no way of telling with that. There have been people I've been perfectly compatible with that I wasn't sexually compatible with, and then vice versa. It's part of the dance, baby. Like,
Yeah.
To become one.
But definitely, to me, the best part to me having sex with him was like the ultimate setup is we have like a convertible, Lamborghini or something, because we're both fucking rich as shit, and we just show up at the Abbey, we have some drinks at the Abbey.
Yeah.
We get loose, we laugh.
This will never happen.
Then we go fuck it. We fuck it out
Dr.
in
Drew
our
is not gonna
in
go
our apartment.
on his first gay date in a convertible to the most well-known gay bar in all of the world.
But see, I'm trying to say, what I visualize a real relationship here, not just some meaningless sex. Like,
Well,
I
you
see
can
us
do
as
it
a
once,
power
you see
couple.
where it goes.
I'm attracted to the power couple. If he wears those flip-flops and those pants, I'm not going
No,
anywhere
I'm
with
not
him.
fucking that guy either.
Like, what the fuck
With a
happened that
Hawaiian
day?
shirt on.
Damn. Anyway.
Wait, the top 10 best blogs about Dr. Drew Pinsky? There's more than 10 blogs about him? I mean, I like Drew a lot, but how much is there really to say?
Are you serious? He's huge. What the fuck?
I found one option. San Paulo Congonhas Airport on Avenue.
Nope.
Washington, Luis, and San Paulo. Is that the one you're looking for?
It's
This
speaking
means-
Spanish to
this
me.
means something. Take him
No
to
hablo
Brazil.
español?
That's not nice.
What?
I think she thinks she asked for a blowjob.
I don't want a blowjob. Stop talking to me. What is that?
I turned off that Hey Siri button, even though I
didn't say hey Siri.
I know you didn't, but maybe you said something that was close enough that it caught it.
Damn it.
I got enough things in my phone
Which
listening.
one, Alec?
No.
I
What?
got enough things in my phone listening to me at all times. I know that leaving that on allows your iPhone to constantly be listening for that phrase. So I
Yeah.
at least shut that one down because I never even used it. Never once have I successfully used that for anything that I could have done in my fingers.
I have.
Really?
So I have it on there. Look, I'm in, and then when the time's right, I'm out. I'm 100% in, and then when the time is right, I am out. So until then, everything's plugged in, and you can notify me, and you can DM me, and I'll talk to you, and every part of social media there is, everywhere. And then I'm gonna be out. That's it.
When do you figure that happens?
I don't know. I mean, perfectly 10 years.
I don't think
Probably.
that's
Probably not.
I don't think that's unreasonable. I
But-
thought you might say less.
Yeah, I'm being realistic, because you gotta actually have Opie money to sit back on.
I don't think he's out of social media, but obviously not.
Well, he's got different issues.
Just because you have the money doesn't mean you
Yeah.
get out of it.
I mean, if I was him, I'm fucking out. You would not hear shit from me.
There's something to leaving some mystery. Like, if you got off all social stuff altogether,
Look, I would do it in a second, Will. It's all it takes is a number. A number and a certain amount of years, and you can have all of it. That's it. I mean, I'm on there because I need to know what's going on with everybody else, and I need to know if someone wants to take something away from me. Does everybody else have that taken away from them? I have to be on there to know what's fair and what's not fair, and who's doing what, so that I don't miss out on anything or get ripped off, because that's what everybody's trying to do, rip me off.
then you should be Bobby McSandwich or something on there. You don't have to be you.
Oh yeah. Oh, but then I can't talk to that. But the other thing is, I got to listen to everybody that listens to the show, because if they don't like stuff and I don't know that, well then I bummed out the people that made me. So I have to always talk to the people that listen, because I
I would say that the reason they are there and like you is because you are you.
well, isn't me the guy that talks to everybody on social media? Like, what if I lost that part? Would I not? Would I become? When was that? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a period of time when you were doing the show and all you were doing was watching fights on YouTube, because that was what you knew how to do on computers.
Wow, those were great days. That's all I do still. I actually have refined it to just getting better videos of fights faster.
You feel good about the time you spend on YouTube? At the end of it, you feel like it's worth the time you put into it?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, because YouTube is, man, I would say 80% looking for shit for the show. I try to look, almost every video I watch, I watch it as an audio clip. Like, to see if lady says something super crazy and it's worth playing, but if there's some other shit over the top of it, I can't use it, or something to talk about on the podcast. Did you see this? Did you see that? Same as Instagram these days. Kind of a bummer on Twitter. I try to do that, and Twitter is just because I don't like the news and everybody talking about politics so much, so I don't really follow them. And then there was a bunch of people that I followed that just wouldn't shut the fuck up about gays, lesbians, guns, and right, left wing people, so I just stopped following them too. So now I only pretty much get information about porn. So there's really not a lot to talk about when it comes to what's happening in the news. And then if I watch, Good ALA or whatever the fuck they are, they just talk about, the weather. They have nothing that wants to make me start a conversation either. So It pretty soon. I just know that at this point, it's like it's a commodity, you know, like people will pay to have the power I have on social media. So I want to get paid for it, where I'm not giving it up. Because I have to. I mean, I help. The podcast pays me too. All the other, my clothing, I make a bunch of money from other stuff. And if I didn't have that, then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be where I am. I mean, it's like cut half of my leg off. So I can't do that right now. It's just like I'd have to leave my house. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, get out of it.
Yeah.
And move into a smaller house.
Right.
I don't want to do that. You know?
I hear you.
But the thing is, I like where I am right now. So if things got bigger at Sirius, where I didn't have to do that and I could just live where I am now, I would do that. You know what I mean? I don't need to get bigger. I just don't want to go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I found my
Sweet spot.
Yeah. This is super cool. If it got bigger, fuck, man, that's awesome. But wow, this is already unbelievable. So I want it to stay unbelievable.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
I know, right? To spoil. I'm just being honest. It's a very greedy, spoiled thing to say, but I would like it to stay where it is right now, which is fucking incredible. It's incredible. I can't even read, mate. Just like Chopper Read. Got a fucking book. Can't even read. I'm like Robin Hood of the dickheads. You know? Because when I saw him, I was like, they made him seem cool. I mean, he was a fucking asshole. He stabbed everybody and shot people, but on TV, he was like, oh, man, yeah, I'm just a nice guy.
Right.
Can't even read. Everyone bought me book.
Yeah. Well, nobody thought he would do it to them.
Yeah.
That's what it really
right?
comes down
I
to.
know, everyone loved him, but they didn't,
Same as Snoop. Like, nobody thought Snoop was going to kill them.
Do you think he really was like a guy that tried to kill people? He just do you think it was more, I mean, that one murder was the case thing. Somebody else shot somebody and he was there or in the car. He didn't actually shoot the person. It was like
I have no
it was
idea.
his security.
The whole murder case, I have absolutely no
Well, I know a little bit about it.
Uh-huh.
Not all of it, but as far as I know, the bit that I have is that there was an altercation in a park in a car, and they drove back around to confront the person, and some shots were fired, and Snoop was in the car. So it was sort of like a security guard, and nobody wanted to rat anybody out, so that was the dude was killed. So they were trying to get the guy in the car. It was two guys in the car, and they were going to get both of them.
Oh, I see.
For
and nobody was going to talk, so everybody could have been the guy.
Right.
Right.
It was either Snoop did it or the other guy did it.
Yeah, and Snoop wasn't going to rat the guy out.
I think so.
Who did Ray Lewis murder and why?
It was during Super Bowl weekend in Atlanta.
A Super Bowl that he was participating in?
No.
Okay.
He was there, and I think one of his buddies, it was like in a limo and a nightclub scene, and he was never charged with murder. But all of his clothes from that night, which may have contained blood on them, went missing.
So he's trying to help his boy out.
Yeah. And he wouldn't talk about it, like what actually took place.
It's got to be tough. So if I'm at at the Hard Rock for Ellis Mania and somebody spracks off at Tully and Tully murders a guy and some of the blood from Tully punching the guy to death splats on my clothes.
I got a lot of things to worry about at that point.
And
You're the least of my concerns.
The cops are coming at me saying, "Hey man, like where's your clothes?" I mean, I'm not what. I mean, if I can not say anything about it to help Tully, would that not be fair? You know, I can't be like, "Look, officer, at one point he was punching his own shit." You can't, you don't add that. You just go, "I don't know what happened." 1 minute Tully was there, next minute he was gone. What happened to your clothes? They were dirty, so I threw them away.
Yeah, it's just weird how different people have different circumstances and different fan bases and stuff, and what can ruin one person can.
Holy shit!
Wow.
The guy was on my podcast. I called him on Snapchat.
Yeah.
He has no anus. Mike,
Right.
welcome to the show. Good, mate. You have no anus because you have that shit that GSP has.
Right, I had ulcerative colitis for the better part of 20 years, and pretty much unregulated. What he's talking about with using steroids is using high amounts of prednisone. He probably had a lot more access to better steroids than I had. But if unregulated, eventuality can be colon cancer and possibly no anus like I had.
Wow.
Saying GSP could have no anus.
Yeah, he doesn't probably want to have that happen, so I can completely understand why he's giving us what he's doing.
You would also vacate the middleweight belt in his circumstances?
To have your anus back, you would do that?
Not without my anus. The Mike story.
It's pretty real.
Yeah, and I just appreciate you taking my call so I can help explain it. That's all.
I appreciate it, Mike. Thanks for listening to this and the podcast, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
My pleasure.
Later, mate. He showed me photos. It's pretty tough. Speaking of tough, Sam Tripoli after this. Sam known for his toughness.
Yeah, I've always said that.
That's why.
Say hello.
Speaking of tough.
I know, I just said
I like it. Oh, why is the room different?
they took it all away from me.
Why?
Because they want other shows to be in here, and the other shows don't like knives on the wall.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, Sam.
How are you guys?
Where's Snazzy?
What's new? I started jujitsu, dude.
I started back again last night.
Yeah, I'm going
Fucking-
today. I
Got all
love it.
fat and fucking
What's the word, Tully?
washed up.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a weird week. I don't know why.
Why? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. That's the thing. Absolutely
Just
nothing.
weird energy?
Everything's great. I have this is like the worst week I've had on radio, and I don't know how long.
You've
and
been
there's-
off, dude.
There's just nothing. There's no reason. I'm
Sometimes that happens.
I'm resting. I'm exercising. I'm eating right. I'm taking care of my vegetables. I'm praying, saying my prayers.
Are you eating your vitamins like Hulk Hogan wants you to?
Kinda.
Who are you praying to? You
Yeah,
know one of
that's
them's fake, right?
Yeah, no, things are good. Things are good. I just opened your text now. I'll put that out. It's a good looking flyer.
It's a simple flyer.
Yeah, man.
It's open mic. It's like it's a new material night. And if you want to do your own night, someone other night consistently, let me know before it fills up, because they want me to fill this thing up.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let me think about that quickly. I mean, I would prefer to be on other people's nights. Is there any advantage to me having my own night? Just that you get
Well,
to
you
do
can
it.
work other people. You can do as much time as you want.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't want to do it, do not do it.
Let me think about it for a quick second. I mean, I'd love to be doing, a spot or two a week there. Like, I definitely need the consistent reps.
Just trying to create a place to do some more stand-up, dude. There's just no stand-up in this town anymore. It's like these guys just... Every flyer for every show is the exact same fucking show.
Yeah.
Eric Griffin, Andrew Santino, Joe Rogan, and those are the only guys getting spots. It's this, and Theo Vaughn. Those are the four dudes. And I love all of them. They're all my friends, and two of them are super funny, but it's just like, people are going to get bored of that, man, very quick. If it's the same fucking guys. So I want to create a place to go up there and just start spitting things. And then, dude, this thing you were talking about, I'm going to add you to this list. I'm talking All Things Comedy and Ticketfly about now producing road tours with comedians to clump them all together and to go like what I'm here for is to promote these shows next week.
That's Florentine and Zumach?
Florentine, Stevens, and Zumach.
Yeah.
We'll probably won't make as much money as they want because we put too many people on it, but I'm fine with that. I just want to fucking start, and these guys, Ticketfly wants to start doing this, so
I'm so in, dude. I want to get on the road, and I wonder if Catherwood wants to go on the road.
well, I don't know how much Catherwood wants to do stand-up. If he wants to do a lot like you, I'll get you guys shit over there at that thing in my other shows.
See, he's weird because he's like, I feel like if I never asked him, he would never do it again. But if I asked him
The only
20
reason I
times,
asked you asking is 'cause I saw him in an Ice House picture, like he was at the Ice House.
I think him and Drew did a live podcast thing there.
Oh.
Yeah, because they do some of that too. But I gotta talk to him and find out, because that's the thing, dude. If we're talking about like 3 guys that can maybe do a little, if we need a third person to go on the road, if it's gonna be like is anybody gonna like leave their house and spend money to come see me? I don't. How many people? Some, a couple, sure.
Depends on where
How
you
many?
are.
I don't know. But if it's like, if you have that common thread of, Catherwood has a national reputation, but people know him through the show. You have a national reputation, but people know you through the show. Oh, all 3 of those guys from that show are all there. Well, maybe cumulatively that gets a few more fannies in the seats.
Yes.
I can see that. I can wrap my brain.
The
Because
biggest
like
thing you should do is, like-
you, and like Brody Stevens is like well, you got your people, I got my people, he's got his people.
That's
Like,
really
how,
what we're doing on this tour.
How do you get the who's the third person that is? It's like Catherwood would want to do it.
Well, the biggest thing is like I think you guys have to do like Saturday shows, right? Because you're both working Monday through Fridays, right?
I can do.
Like we can book a Vegas thing where you guys get done with this, hop on a plane, fly out, do a gig, and you're back by Sundays.
Yeah.
I can do those. Like I got a room in Vegas. We could fucking totally make it happen.
I can do. I mean, I'll just pretty much let you know my availability. Like I can bounce from here at 3:00 on a Friday. So there's some places I can get to, and
Like Vegas, Reno. But I mean, like I don't know if you guys want to go. I love Reno, but I'm just a scumbag.
And I can, like I say, I can do Sundays because I can fly on Monday mornings.
I'm gonna put you guys. I mean, like I have to talk to Catherwood, see how much he wants me to put him out there. But like a one night fly, like hey like Friday night or Saturday morning, fly out to here, do a one nighter, making decent money. Not gonna fucking kill it, but it's enough if it's one night to fly out, cover your flights, put a little scratch in your money in your fucking pocket to make you feel like you're not a fucking piece of shit.
I just want to get out on the road, dude. I want to get out of LA.
I'm with dude. San Diego, I could do that.
Yeah, I can do
Big time.
Coming back, Jason will do the live read and then hit the rejoin. And then if you want to do that WWE read.
Okay. Blow out my
and
voice
then-
again.
Yeah. The number 855-355, that's L's 41.
I'm gonna
Send it to
send you
everyone
my
from-
flyer for this
Cool.
tour I'm doing.
Yeah, I'll get that up. Yeah, shoot me whatever, Sam.
Yeah, I want to do it. I feel like I finally got my like. I've got. I'm trimming down to 10 minutes that I know work, and that's easily 15 that I know work. Like I feel like doing 20 is just like, oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna be doing for 20.
Right.
It's cool, it's fine,
Right.
and I've got it rock solid, which means that I can go off script because I can find my way back to that 20, and I'm cool.
Well, that's why I'm always like running your own night.
Yeah,
You get the right people involved with it.
yeah,
That it's good because you can stretch it out, dude. Like
Yeah.
in between and start, because you're fast. Like you're a quick reaction guy, which means you'd probably lead well to stand up improv. I mean, like crowd work.
Yeah, that's what I got to start doing.
What else is new? Did you know this porn star killed herself?
Yeah.
It's kind of super sad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bunch of friends that were good friends with her, all bummed out about it.
So crazy. 23 years old.
People talking a lot of shit on her. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Healthy.
You want a water or anything? You go with coffee.
I got a fucking keg of
This
coffee.
is the fucking house that Flem built. I don't know when that started.
Everything good, dude?
Mm-hmm. How about you?
I honestly can't complain. I'd like to, but I can't.
I should try that.
Oh, you're not getting enough.
Dude, how about this guy that can't beat Roy Moore?
I
Like,
know.
what is wrong with you?
I understand. No, I understand that. I understand that. I mean, we're not going to talk about that here, but I can talk to you about that offline. I read it. It's so helpful, man. It's so great. One of the best things that ever happened to me, even though it makes me nervous and freaks me out on a daily basis, is I get a lot of news for this show from the Drudge Report.
Yeah.
So I go to the Drudge Report every morning,
And
then-
that's Lean's right, right?
super right. Know your enemy. Just know your enemy. It's like, and I'm like,
If you're like most people, you still have no idea what to get anyone for a holiday season. Luckily, Nest wants to make your year's gift giving easier for you. Right now, they're giving away free Google Home Mini when you buy a Nest product over $99. A Google Home Mini. It's a smart speaker you control with your voice. And with Google Assist built in, they say that you can get answers quickly, manage your day, and even get hands-free help around the house. Nest Products Google Assist works together to control your smart home, so you can say things like, make it warmer, and your Google Assist will turn up your thermostat. So if you've been eyeing any of the Nest products like the Nest thermostat and the Nest product, smoke carbon monoxide alarm, and more, now's a great time to get them because you'll also get a Google Home Mini for no extra cost. But you need to hurry because this offer ends December 31st. Go to Nest.com or visit the nearest Best Buy, Target, Home Depot today. With Nest and Google Home Mini, the holiday just got a mini bit better!
Now, it's time for your chance to score a pair of tickets to WWE Live! If you compete in New York on December 27th, then you have a chance to experience WWE Live!
Oh yeah!
Yes, on the Coliseum!
See 'em!
Be the seventh caller right now to 855 Ellis 41. That's 855 Ellis 41.
One.
No purchase necessary. To win.
Purchase!
No transportation provided.
You don't
in
need-
connection with this prize.
You gotta walk, bitch.
Take an Uber. The WWE Holiday Tour will be coming to your city. For tour information, visit WWE.com/events.
Yeah.
That was the best I've ever seen.
Plug whores.
I just sent you the wrong fucking flyer. God damn it.
Welcome to the show, Sam Tripoli.
Back in the saddle, dog.
Let the plugging begin.
Let the plugging begin. I am so excited. I'm going to fucking Texas, dude.
Oh, man, that's rad.
I love Texas, man.
Yeah, I thought about living there, but I got kids.
Yeah, why? What's wrong with Texas?
They got school in Beverly Hills.
Oh, I respect that. I respect the fuck out of that.
I don't.
Why?
Because I don't like Beverly Hills. I like Texas. I like the dirt. I like the beach.
Well, how much longer they got school?
I don't like rich.
before you can
I
get
don't
out?
like rich people's cities.
Just live in the fucking land and hunt
Too
with
late.
your
It's
dick.
too late. They're hooked. They'll say when they're older that they're from Beverly Hills or something like that.
I don't know why that's bad.
I just because I'm a piece of shit.
That's fucking baller shit.
I know, right? I'm seeing it all the wrong way.
I'm
I got my
from
kids out of
Waco, dog. That doesn't sound nearly as
What's
cool.
Waco?
Waco, Texas, where all the
yeah.
weird shit happens.
See, that's kind of cool. Waco, Texas is cool.
There's a lot more to Waco than the standoff between the cult and the feds.
No, there's
that put them
always
together.
something weird going on in Waco. Like whether it's the college teams are always up to no fucking good, or I love Texas. I don't know why being from Beverly Hills is so wrong. So December 14th, dude, I am at the Blind Tiger in San Antonio with Jim Florentine, Brody Stevens, and Chad Zumach, and then December 15th, Friday, San Marcos at Aqua Brew. Houston, Saturday, December 16th at the Secret Group. And Austin, Sunday, December 17th at Cap City. It is the Social Justice Warriors Tour. We're going for blood. It should be great.
I feel like that was my fault. I feel like I sort of invited that.
Yeah. I love that. That was the greatest thing. Thanks for having me on, guys. Take care.
See ya.
Hey, what's up, dude? You're quiet.
Yeah.
You're quiet. You're not making eye contact with me. I'm a little nervous. Something's going on. You
Man,
got a
you're a
gold
touchy
tooth.
guy.
I am a touchy guy.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
are. I don't feel like there's that excitement. Come
More
on,
than-
it's
more
the
than-
end of the year. Things are going great.
Well, half of that's true.
Ah, it is the end of the year. It's not going great.
It is the end of the year.
I think things are awesome.
What's so goddamn good?
Just chaos. Chaos is good for entertainment. We can talk a lot about it. I'm into it. I started jiu-jitsu. I'm tapping people.
You just started?
Yeah.
When?
3 weeks ago.
You're tapping people already?
Well, my buddy who started with me.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, a
Get
little
somebody
bit.
the same level. It's so much more fun.
How you're like a CM Punk level jiu-jitsu guy.
No, he'd kill me right
Yeah.
now. He'd kill me. But I
heard
love
he's
it.
getting his blue belt before he fights in the UFC again.
That's great. I didn't play a rating on that guy. Guy had a dream. He went for it.
Yep, that's an angle.
Why isn't that the angle? Why shouldn't he be able?
That's an angle. That's a reality angle. I see what you're saying. I need to see what you're doing there.
It's like if Master P had a dream to play in the NBA, and the NBA needed ratings so bad that they actually let him start for the Lakers.
If you can't
see, hey dude, that pay-per-view did way better than they needed to, and everybody on it made a little more scratch.
You know what he is? And it's crazy because I'm neither a comedian or an MMA fighter.
Funny,
no,
dude.
I'm not. Anyway,
your glory hole.
I'm
shit
not.
Is
I just sound funny. Anyway, if you're not a comedian and you get into comedy, you're fucking disrespectful to comedy because that's a craft and you don't want to be. This isn't your backup plan. That's their comedians. That's their real plan. I heard this from the Joe Rogan podcast. Not from Joe. And I think it's the same with MMA fighters. You can't come in with your backup plan trying to be a part of our gang and misrepresent it. I feel like Brendan Schaub this is his third thing or fifth thing that he's tried to do, but he's really invested in it and he's worked hard and he's good at it. So then he earns his credibility.
Let's take Steve.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Because Steve-O's butthurt as well. I saw it. That's how I know this thing. There was another comedian that fucked with Steve-O. Right. Okay. Of course you do. The difference with CM Punk is, see, I'm as good as CM Punk at MMA, and I am able to laugh at myself. And quite frankly, I feel like it's me fighting in the King of the Cage is ever so close to being a little bit embarrassing for King of the Cage.
Okay.
And I believe that if I fought CM Punk, that I would destroy him.
Okay.
And he was in the UFC.
Yes.
So I think it's disrespectful to MMA to have somebody who is really that bad be on that platform. You can bring all the money into it you want. I'm not into MMA or comedy for money. I want to see entertaining fights. I see how hard it is to be both of those things, and you need to pay your rent for me to give you credibility. If you're good and you paid your dues and you came from something else, well, I don't give a shit. You could be Dancing the Stars champion. If you start fucking sweeping the leg, Daniel, I'm a fan.
That's the difference. Yeah, if you're Brock Lesnar and you can just
over, can't hate Brock Lesnar.
As
much as I love to hate that guy, I can't. I mean, he beat people.
Exactly.
So the end of the day, the end result determines whether it's a honorable fucking activity or not. Meaning, let's say, and I'm friends with Mickey Gall, and I love him very much, and he comes on my podcast Punch Drunk all the time, and I'm glad he won that thing because it helped his career and it kind of got him going, and I know he took a loss, but that's the gig, and that's fine, dude. But let's say that CM Punk wins that fight, does that make him legitimate now?
Yeah. If he was as good, if he
so
could
it's
actually
all about the results.
Well, you can't. No, look, no. You can't fight at all. If you can't fight at all, it's like if they booked me. Let's say the show was 10 times bigger than it is, and Joe Rogan booked me at, I don't know, what's a really big comedy thing where big people play. You know what I mean? Like only
main room comedy.
Sure.
Deep water.
And they put me on there because I had fame and because people bought tons of tickets.
Right.
Because they just want to see my face.
Yeah.
And I brought D-list humor to it. And if a comedian wants to behind my back be like, this guy's a fucking joke, what a clown. Yeah, that's the reality of it. You're a joke and a clown, CM Punk. In MMA, you're a joke and a clown. And maybe now, after the last 3 years of being in it, after you're whooping, maybe you stand like a fighter. You can't even throw a punch like a fighter.
What if he's grinding, though? What if he actually went and put in work every fucking day?
That would be different.
So you're saying you know that he didn't?
Yeah.
You know, he's like he's showing up twice a week and then
you can put in fucking 12 hours a day. If it's for the first fucking month, no. Well, if it's for a year, no.
But they kept pushing it back, though.
It takes 10 years, dude.
You could put, and even at 10 years, you wouldn't necessarily be a UFC fighter. Like, putting in the work is great, and having the right attitude is great, and following your dream is great, and making a bunch of pay-per-view buys is great. But like, if I see you as a if I'm able to scout you and evaluate you without knowing your celebrity status, and I go, excuse me, that's not a UFC fighter, you're just not a UFC fighter.
I get what you guys are saying. I'm just kind of been down the road of this shit. And I'm kind of dead to it. Like with Steve-O. A lot of people are like, oh, dude, he's just jumping into a sample. I mean, like, Jackass was funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's the funniest movie I've ever
He's
seen.
fucking funny as fuck. So I see it as a comedy, and I think that dude had every right to go up there, and it's going to be janky at first and clunky, and you're going to be like, fuck, look, he's up there. He's getting these fucking primetime fucking spots. It's like I tell Shab. It's like, Shab's earned every right to be in the fucking, in front of 1,000 people, because 1,000 people have come to see him. But, you know, it's like, it is what it is, man. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just a lot farther down the line where it's just like, if people come see him do his shit, he gets to do it. And as long as he puts in the fucking work, I can't hate a guy. That's just my thing. I can't hate a guy. I like to help people get into comedy. There's a guy I want to start doing. I'm like, okay, come try down here. And then, you know, some people want to put in the work, some people don't. That's fucking fine. That's their thing. I don't hate people for chasing dreams. This was an opportunity, and he fucking did it, and he took a fucking beating for it.
I disagree. I fucking hate when people
Right?
chase their dreams.
Worst thing ever.
I've always said that.
Fucking dreams.
I got a big problem with that. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Fuck you and suck on my nightmare. Yeah.
When did this become a chamber of pain?
It's not a chamber. I'm just busting, dude. I'm just pointing out a fact, dude. You can't you showed up and you got to show up with a little bit of knowledge. I mean, it's not fair to all the other dudes. It's just look. I don't.
Are you telling me because he got a spot, somebody didn't get a spot? I don't.
No, I'm not saying that.
So that's okay then, because they could sign
I'm just making
anybody.
fun of a guy that can't fight, and you put him in the UFC for. I'm against the whole corporate. I know, I get it, the money, and it's great. I'm just against it.
Dude, I feel like
it got
3 people in the room, and I fucking murder. It's just the way it fucking works out, dude. Some people are Elvis, some people aren't. I said this when we were on the show. You're fucking Elvis. I see people gravitate to you. No matter what I do, it's a different fucking game, dog. You know, and it's just how it is. That's just how it is. I think he put asses in seats. People involved with that fucking UFC fight made a lot more money because he was on when they were expecting him.
They're pretty bummed out about it.
Let me put it this way.
That UFC did way better than they thought it was going to be.
The whole of MMA was pretty bummed out about it. It was
they
an
can
embarrassment
get mad, but
to
the
the
guys
sport.
on that fight made more money.
You're just talking.
No,
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No,
they
they
sold
didn't.
more pay-per-views.
The fighters made more money.
Yeah,
if the pay-per-view goes up, the fighters make more money.
The guys who got
which fighters made more money on that card?
The heavyweight that night that won fucking won the championship.
They get money.
He
But
made
what
more
about
money,
everybody in the
nobody gave a fuck
undercard?
about it.
What about everybody on the undercard? All the
They were
real
getting
fighters.
opportunities, dog.
They didn't make any more money from it.
Some people, dude.
He didn't bring money to MMA, dude.
The numbers were way higher than they thought it was going to be.
We will survive without CM Punk.
Maybe that's fine too.
Look, dude, this is
It's
really
embarrassing.
This is really, really simple. If the Comedy Store puts, Brendan Schaub up there, I understand why the Comedy Store did that. If Brendan Schaub wants to do that, I understand why Brendan Schaub wants to.
hustles.
I understand why Brendan Schaub wants to do that. And if some comedian backstage, as we're well aware, some of them do go, it's pretty fucked up. There's a lot of people who belong to be on the main stage more than Brendan Schaub. I understand where that person's coming from too. Everybody's angle makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Nobody's wrong.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just if you can get to the stage and they give you the stage, you have the right to. Yeah.
Look, here you go. Here you go.
And the life
They were
perception
talking about me
stage.
fighting him. I would have done it, but I would have also known it was a joke.
But you work hard though.
It's
on
still
it,
a
dude.
joke. It's still a joke. Me and him fighting in the UFC or me fighting in the UFC is a joke.
I think I get where you're coming from.
It's reality-based
Dude,
fucking comments.
See, for
I
me,
worked very
you know
hard
what's
on
a
music.
joke
I
is?
shouldn't go open for you too.
You know what? Listen, man. What I see as a joke, and I have nothing against her, is how it's pushed. They push Paige Van Zant harder than they'll push this other person.
Yeah.
That to me, and that is what entertainment is. The pretty people, the safe people get pushed more than get. And Paige Van Zant has every right to take advantage of every one of those opportunities given to her. Do I think it's right? No. Do I understand it? Yes.
Why,
You know what? You know what?
hard. She's got a dream.
You know what?
Yeah,
the
but
difference?
dude, okay, but she's gotten beaten a bunch of
Yeah, but
times.
you know, she can fight though.
Dude, but
She
he
can
just
really
got,
fight.
He went in there, got his ass kicked.
Can't
Maybe
fight
it's an
yet.
octagon shot.
He can't fight. Oh my god, dude. Okay, you're clueless. The
I'm
dude
not
was
clueless.
shadowboxing way before the fight. And if anybody knows anything about MMA and they see him shadowbox, you can't let him in there. You can't let a guy that can't
get what you're
shadowbox
saying, dude.
have a pro fight in the
I
UFC.
get what you're
It was
saying.
ridiculous. They said, coming up next. next. And he fucking threw hands at the camera like he'd never hit pads before.
I've seen that too.
Same as Data 5000. You can't have people that level making our sport look stupid.
But is Data okay? I think those are two different guys.
Made money, is it right? Everyone
No,
got made
yeah,
money. Did
I
it
don't
make
know
a
if
fighter
made
money?
fighter
Sure,
money,
maybe
but
you're right, but
fine.
we're
I
both
get it.
right.
We're both right. Everybody's a winner. I get what you're saying, dude. I've seen people
When
get
Steve-O
giant...
started, he was a fucking ass clown.
But
And
he
if
had the
it come
right
in,
to be there.
I didn't say he didn't have the right to be there. I said if a comedian was like, "What a fucking joke," he has the right
There's
to say
gonna
that.
be player hating, dude.
I don't even. Okay. It's just it's the streets,
I know
man.
guys
How
who get
dare you
hour
come up
specials that
without
most
getting
comics
kicked in the
don't think
dick?
They're available to. They're good for it, yeah. But are they supposed to turn it down? I mean, like, seriously, Mike, if Comedy Central came right now and said, we want you to do a half an hour, are you going to go, no, I'm not ready? You're going to fucking take it. It's just
exactly,
an opportunity.
Which is exactly why I say I don't blame the guy for taking advantage of the opportunity.
That's my whole point.
But I also understand why the
But
real...
this shitting on him like he's the worst fucking dude ever when all he's like, I want to try this.
Yeah, I didn't say it was the worst dude ever.
I'm just saying I understand why the real...
Can't fight,
people,
that's all.
People who put their time in bitch about it.
Fuck,
I do get that, but okay.
Well, then that's it. You get it.
I think we're all saying the same thing different ways, guys.
I just see him getting beat like a pinata. I'm like, what's the guy supposed to do? Say no?
No. He's not supposed to say no. They're
Hey,
supposed to say no.
look at Catherine would just set me fucking Drew. That's what it looks like.
Wow.
Right? Wow, why would you want to keep looking at that?
Because I'm.
Look at that.
I tell you
That's
what.
me. That's me and Drew fucking.
I tell you what.
People at home.
I'll tell you why, because gay sex looks a lot easier. Well, once you get past that initial. Because
I mean, you're all in when you're a gay porn star.
I told you that guy, those two Asian guys
Mm-hmm.
in the spa. Remember I told you how they were sitting next to each other and then they just stood up and butt fucked each other like 3 times because people kept coming in. They kept sitting down and putting a towel over themselves again. So it can be done. I don't know what that guy's.
I used to work at Crunch. We used to have to go on jerk-off patrol. Back at my first job ever in Los Angeles was working at Crunch, and we'd have to do jerk-off patrol. We'd have to walk past these silhouettes of guys. Like guys would get in and just start whacking off. We'd have to stop that shit.
Wait, they would be in what? Like in showers or what?
Showers that had silhouettes, and they'd be on the guys and girls side, but women would never shower in the silhouettes because they didn't want anyone to see them. But guys, there was like a 3-month waiting list to shower in the fucking silhouette.
Why? Because they wanted people to watch them jerking off in silhouette?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went.
No, here's why I like that.
Dick shadows.
Because then how would you describe that? Essentially, the one guy is sitting and the other guy's sitting on his lap. Like
reverse cowgirl.
Santa style. Yeah, reverse cowgirl. Except the guy in the back is sitting up. He's not flat on his back. And what I thought is that like. You know, I want everybody to have a good time when I'm having sex. So if I'm in that situation, I'm probably like flicking the bean. But there's only so much. Like, it's the dick is a cruder instrument. It's just easier to effectively jerk somebody off.
Yeah.
In that photo, the guy whose dick is in the other guy's ass is jerking the other guy's dick off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
almost like a dick puppet.
That's way easier than what guys have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
jerking a guy off when you're fucking him
super easy.
It's not that easy if it's just from behind doggy style, but if you're in that reverse cowgirl, then yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of shit has trickled into from gay sex to straight sex. Like ass eating was a straight up gay guy thing.
Right.
And then dudes started, then chicks, then when guys.
Shout out to the gays for that one.
Yeah,
that
shout
is
out.
interesting.
That's cultural appropriation right there.
There was definitely a period of time where I didn't eat asses, and it wasn't just because I was a kid. Like I was an adult having sex, and I don't remember like the first.
I ate ass in first grade.
You and Kid Cope have got a lot to talk about.
I just had a guitar. I thought he was about to finish this, like, start a song.
I don't know when that flipped for me.
What?
Know? I don't know when that flipped for me. Like I don't remember. I remember a time where I didn't eat ass, and now I do, and I don't remember ever being a time where I was just like, hey, maybe I'll give that a shot. Hey, you lady, do you mind if I eat your? I think I just kind of went for it and liked it. It's right there. It is right there.
Yeah.
Half the moves I used to do back in the day are now seen as like some weird kind of Me Too fucking thing, dude. Like the ring the doorbell, that was a powerful move, man.
Let's ring the doorbell.
Talk to a girl, then fucking try to ring her doorbell, her ding 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 ding, Boom,
What?
that used to be my in move. Now it's
Wait,
like
you
I
would
can't
talk to
do-
girls and grab them and...
No, when I would be fucking
See,
talking to
when
them,
you
making
say
out.
Tripoli, you can just grab them by the pussy.
No, that's not
And they
grabbing.
let- they
I
let
don't
you do
walk
that.
up to chicks, be like grabbing them, fucking hook
When
them.
you just demonstrated that you put your hand on their
You're
crotch.
making out with them, you fucking boom, boom, boom. You ring the doorbell. Yeah.
Oh, you're already making out.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
mention making out with them
I didn't
before.
walk up. Hey, lady in produce. Ding, ding, ding,
That's
ding.
how you said it. You got to clarify yourself here.
You
It's
made
live
it sound
radio.
like when you're hitting on her.
Hey.
You made it sound like when you're hitting on her and you feel like it's going well, you just go straight to the, you know.
No, dude, it's part of the move. It's one of the many moves I throw out there, dog.
I'm sure that served you well.
Yeah, it did back in the day when I cared. Now I just want to take a nap.
So, Jason, you took an interest in, what was it that Sam was talking about?
Oh, I mean, a lot of things you say on Twitter is pretty ridiculous.
Who me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I didn't notice. I remember Tully bringing up something about conspiracy theories, and I
Yes,
was like,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I didn't really think about it. And then I saw that you actually say some weird shit, like,
Yeah, this is one of my personal favorites of yours that you brought up on my show, Sam, that the Challenger astronauts are all still alive.
Well, it's an interesting discussion because that is, I mean,
That-
they found those people. And like,
wait, you're
it's just
saying,
weird.
wait, the
Two of
teacher
them
and everything
are-
is alive?
The two of them are like, oh, it's his twin, even though there's never been any saying that they are fucking twins. You know?
Wait. So, because that was you actually really believe it.
I listen, dude. I think anything is possible. when
So
it
you
comes to
don't
money.
actually, you just like to talk about it.
I say, is it? I mean, I would have to go and fucking like meet these people.
But you're saying that the photo, I see a photo of the black and white from a long time ago of the guys that were in the Challenger, the guys and girls.
Yep.
And then there's a colored photo of older people that could look like them if they got older.
Okay, see the lady at the
But
top.
not for sure.
See the lady at the top and to the right,
Yeah.
all the way to top.
Yeah.
She teaches at I think Syracuse University, right? You watch the way she talked way back in the day versus how that lady talks now at school. It is very fucking. Look at the.
Wait a minute. Does the lady goes by the same name and swears she's the girl?
No, she says she's not.
Right, but she goes by the same name?
Okay, so people will remember.
Does she go by the same name?
Similar names, yes.
Yeah,
What do you mean similar?
Okay, I can explain.
Is it the same name or not?
It's kind of. Let me explain. So people will remember the name Krista McAuliffe. She's probably the most famous astronaut of the 80s because she was a school teacher, right? That was part of to keep up interest in the space program. They said we're gonna find like an ordinary person and make them an astronaut. And Krista McAuliffe was in the Challenger when
The middle guy. Go to that one.
when it exploded. And Jason, everyone knew her as Krista McAuliffe. It turns out her name was Sharon Krista McAuliffe, and
Yeah.
now there is a Sharon McAuliffe who's teaching at a university.
That old
And
dude's
and,
name is
and when
that-
you ask Sharon says, "Yeah, no, I'm not."
Yeah.
The lady in the shuttle.
Right.
But
that
she's a
guy-
teacher that looks like she could be her years later.
Michael J. Smith,
Yes.
and then there's a dude named Michael J. Smith teaches at UW.
But isn't it weird that they all have the same name though? Like, would you actually have this if you were trying to stay anonymous? Why would you come back and give you why would I come back as Jason Ellis? And I got back on the radio.
Well, now you're asking me.
Michael Smith seems like about as common a name as you could possibly.
Yeah,
come up with.
100%. And if those are true, that they are the same, that they are similar people, it's interesting as shit, man.
Well, people look like people all the time, especially when you want to say, well, this is what they would look like 20 years later. But can you explain to me if this is true? They did do that. What was the purpose of fake killing the crew of the Challenger?
There's a lot of things. Patriotism, more funding. We got to fund more. We got to put more money into the space stuff to figure this out.
Did NASA get more money after the ship, like the people of America gave?
I would have to look that up, Jason. I don't have those numbers on me right now.
Okay,
I'd love to do a spreadsheet
So
and work on that for you.
You think if they want more money, the best way to get it is to have one of their spaceships explode
Yeah.
and murder a
Yeah, wouldn't that-
teacher?
wouldn't that be the
Is
opposite?
okay, how about this? How about this, dude? How about this? How about this? This is a different scenario, a possibility.
Okay.
And I'm not privy to what is going through everybody's thoughts. And you
Yeah, but you're the one that's posting it saying that it's all...
I said that this is fucking interesting.
Right, so going back to the start of the conversation, you don't actually believe in it.
I don't say it's not possible. I mean, dude, we've seen false flags.
Why
a
can't
fucking
you?
ton
Why
of
can't
times.
you answer the question?
I'm saying
Do you
it is
think? Do
possible.
you think that it happened, or do you think that it
I
didn't
would have
happen?
to get in a car or a plane and go find these people and see if that's actually what's going on.
See, that's weird because you won't answer it, but I'll say that this is not true. This is fake, and somebody did that.
So what you are saying to me?
I'm saying that the people that blew up in the
let's
shuttle really
look
blew up in the
up
shuttle.
these companies that these people represent and see if these are real fucking things. There's a website. The old guy, not that dude, but another old dude, is a part of a law firm. See if he's actually there.
By the way, it cost NASA so much money to replace. It's 1/4.
Okay. Here is a scenario that
Can you not talk over Will, please? We're having a debate. I don't think it's fair that you talk over people.
I respect that.
You're saying, Will, that because in case people couldn't hear you when you were so rudely interrupted, NASA lost 10% of their budget as a result of the NASA disaster, the Challenger disaster.
Okay, here's another scenario, a different possibility. What if they
Because
never?
we debunked all the rest of them.
No, dude, you have brought this in. You have prepared this to me and throw it at
I haven't
me
prepared
without
anything.
going, hey, Sam.
How dare you
we wanna
accuse me of
discuss it."
preparing anything?
Okay, so listen. to
I
me.
walk in here and I
Listen,
go.
Listen.
Yeah.
What if they were never
I just never knew you were into this
on the
bullshit.
plane? What if they were never
Right.
on there?
Okay, but
What
why?
if they were never on there?
Yeah, I know. I understand if
So
they're
you send
alive
them
today,
to
they
the-
definitely weren't on the shuttle. I get that.
Okay.
But why would you blow the shuttle up in front of all of us?
What if they
What does
didn't
that?
mean to blow it up? What if it didn't?
Okay.
What if it wasn't?
Well, then
meant to blow
why
up
say?
and it blew
Well,
up,
okay,
and
then
now
why
you got these
say all
fucking
those people died?
6 guys sitting here on land who are supposed to be in that fucking plane.
Okay, right. Okay.
Ah.
So here's the scenario that we never actually went to the moon. We don't actually have a space program. You can easily tie this into the flat Earth.
Why did you go that far, dog?
Okay,
It's
but
like
it doesn't.
Can I finish, please, sir? Can I finish one sentence? So if they don't actually go to space, well, then you have them all get in the. It's like a magic trick. You have them all get in the space shuttle and they wave to everybody, and then you pull them out the back. You send the thing up, and then when the capsule comes and lands in the ocean, then they drive up to the capsule in a boat, and you're like, "Yay, space was awesome!"
Yeah.
Man, weightlessness. Imagine
Right,
that.
right.
Now,
right,
what
right.
you would gain from that is what I'm sure Sam can now explain.
What would you gain from that?
Yeah.
Is that there's actually that these are actual space missions. I listen to at the end of the day, there are tons of things that don't make sense from NASA. Like they say they lose important records. They're just gone. They just destroy records. It makes no sense. The guys who've been on the moon have done no listen, I don't know. Listen, man, when you want to look at my conspiracies, what I'm into, power and money corrupt. That's what I believe in.
Yeah.
And the
Now you're spinning off into bullshit land.
No, I'm not
Go back
spinning
to
off into
this.
bullshit land. How am I spinning off into
Because you
bullshit
still
land?
haven't given me a
I
reason to
just said-
believe this one. That's the only one I asked
Because
about.
I'm never going to have any evidence here to convince you. I'm not there.
But
I'm
what's-
not part of this. You've picked one of 1,000
I mean,
fucking
that
things
Asian
that's
guy, this is just
possible.
racist. You just got a photo of another Asian guy that's older and was like, yeah, trust me, it's the fucking dude older. It's not him at all.
How do you know?
Because his hairline got thicker when he got older.
I don't even think he's the same kind of Asian, Sam.
One's Korean and one's Japanese.
Okay, so like this reminds me of Moshe Kasher comes up to me and goes, out of percentages of like, what percentage of conspiracies do you believe in?
And how did the
5?
teacher lose her eyebrows?
What?
I mean, they're completely gone. She doesn't have the same forehead anymore. That's not her.
You don't know that.
I do. Look at her.
That's
One's
not
a
her.
pretty chick and the other one's
That's
skeletal.
not fucking her. Have you seen pictures of Joe Rogan before and Joe Rogan now?
Yeah,
You'd be
but
like,
he's
that's
on
not the
steroids.
same. I don't know what he's on, and God bless him.
Yeah.
Keep doing what he's doing. Okay? But
She's
you'd be
not
like,
on
that's-
steroids.
you-
Look, she turned into a Mexican. She turned into a Mexican.
Look at the
She's a
goddamn
fucking tan lady, and now she's an 80-year-old
You guys are
Mexican
asking
skeletal.
me- you guys are acting
Not the
like
same
me.
lady.
I'm the lord of all conspiracies, and I have all
You
answers.
do host the podcast, Sam.
Yes,
Sam, I'm
but
gonna
you
ask-
picked one.
Sam, I'm gonna ask
Okay,
you-
give me one where it's a better argument that I can believe.
9/11.
Okay, what's that conspiracy?
Building 6. Look into it.
What's
Building 6.
Okay,
Not
well,
Building
well,
7.
Wait, you gotta-
Not fucking.
What if
the
I didn't pay
Pentagon.
attention? Which building is that?
Building 6 is
that-
the one that nobody talks about. 5 buildings were hit on 9/11. 5, the 2 towers, and then the other 3 buildings were all accounting buildings. Okay, the part of the Pentagon that got hit was the fucking accounting services of the fucking Pentagon,
Okay.
the military.
Yeah.
Okay, then there was Building 7, the one that you see where everyone argues whether it was demolished or not. Those are all the accounting services of the IRS, the Secret Service, CIA, and the FBI. Now the fucking 3rd building, what I would say is the 5th building that nobody talks about is Building 6. Okay,
What's Building 6?
Look it
I
up.
don't remember another
Dude,
building.
even conspiracy theories don't know
But
this.
Twin Towers and then
No, Building 6.
Wait, there was a building right next to it or something?
Building 6 goes down. They never talk about because it was hollowed out. It was hollowed out and went 8 floors into the ground. They fucking hollowed out that shit. Okay. And
So what is
was
that?
in
What's
there?
your theory?
What's the theory?
Wait,
It's not a theory. What was in that building was the El Dorado Task Force. It was a fucking group.
What's an El Dorado task force?
It was a name of it. What's
Yeah.
that? It was called the El Dorado Task Force, and it was put together by 55 government agencies to investigate money laundering by the government and other fucking groups around the world.
Wow.
They fucking hollowed that motherfucker out.
Wait, what do you mean by
Yeah. What does that mean?
It was a
Look
shell,
at
it was
look
literally
at
a
the
shell
building.
of a building?
Here's the fucking picture right
No, I
here.
see it.
You
It's a
see
big
this
hole.
picture? That's it. The sides are all there, and it went 8 fucking feet into the 8 stories
And
into
the buildings
ground.
next to it did not go 8 feet into the ground.
But
You're
I still
saying?
don't understand what you mean. But so, what are you alleging?
He's saying there was a
happened?
bomb that went off and they sunk it.
I'm telling you that they took that building out because it was a fucking. They had records of. See, the day before 9/11,
Yeah.
Donald Rumsfeld did a speech in which he talked about the Pentagon can account for $6.7 trillion. That was the day before, and he literally uses the term. Some of you guys are asking, why do I want to attack the Pentagon? And he goes, I want to free it. And those are exact words the day before. And then this fucking happened.
So you're saying they pulled this together in 24 hours?
No, come on, dog.
They just
What?
They felt the
What
they
dog?
felt the news.
You just
they felt
said-
the news tightening.
No, they fucking set it up. They had to say that because when he got named the head of the fucking Defense Department,
Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense, they grilled him on why does the military need to increase? Why does the Pentagon need an increase in budget when they can't account for $6.7 trillion? That's what that's about.
Like $6.7 trillion?
Trillion.
Isn't that like double what our national debt was then?
That's over time, dude. That's over a fucking time. You gotta
Well,
look
so is
into
our
it.
national debt.
You gotta look into it. You gotta look into it.
People are asking, where do you get your information?
What I do is I study.
Is
shit.
it from Eddie Bravo?
No,
Oh.
it's my own investigation. Eddie
Now-
Bravo didn't know about six. There's a guy named Greg Carlwood.
Eddie Bravo would instantly believe your tale, right? When you told him
Oh,
this,
he
he was
totally
like, oh.
think. I mean,
Right.
like, dude, a lot of people believe it. I mean, like, look at JFK, man. Where are we at on JFK? What's your opinion on that?
That dude shot him?
Like, one dude?
Yeah.
One dude did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we can't go anywhere with that because that is white belt shit, dog. That you're telling me that bullet took a hard fucking left and came right back, and then hit the brakes and came back a fucking again?
No, it wasn't one bullet. It was he shot him a couple times. you
No,
can see
it's
the bullets.
one fucking shot.
No, it's not.
bullet.
One hits him, he leans forward, and then another one hits him in the back
Dude,
of the head.
It was multiple fucking spots.
What are you
there.
talking about, dude? In the video, he gets shot, he leans forward,
There's
and then
a
another
dump.
he
The CIA
gets shot
dump
twice, and you
that
see it on
basically
video.
came out,
Are you
dude.
saying that? Are you saying when I watch the video that?
So dude,
I see
it's
two
physically
shots.
not possible to fucking shoot that many shots from that gun
What do
at
you mean?
one
It's
time.
2 shots.
It's 2 shots and, not
it's-
physically
and it's
possible.
not fast.
It
Is
is.
it? No, it's not.
It's like
one
one
hits and he leans over, and then later on one comes and hits the top of his
Okay,
head.
here we go. Ready? One shot. Where is it? Where is it? Boom, the shot.
Yeah,
shot.
right.
Shot. This is super slow-mo, by the way. This is super
You're trying to
slow-mo.
say,
Oh.
Super
you're trying to
slow-mo,
say, You're
dude.
trying to say that you can't reload a gun in a second. Like you can't cock a gun. Like if it's a rifle, bang, bang.
Hey,
So what are you talking about?
he was assassinated by a group of people. It was 2 different shots from 2 different places.
No, from watching that video, I don't see. I
Yeah.
don't see that.
Yeah,
Man,
it is.
I've never watched this Zapruder film that slow before. That was gory.
Right?
Yeah. You should look up the babushka lady, dude.
Why?
Yeah, dude. It's a very interesting thing. Those top 5 floors were owned by Saudi people. Now, the Saudi, this guy who owned a part of Citigroup. He owned a big part of Twitter. He owned those 5. Now, if you go, there's a video of
What
a
do you
guy
mean
that
he owned floors of the casino?
He owned the top 5 floors of the Maryland Bay are not Maryland Bay. They are the Four Seasons. They are owned by Saudis.
Dude, it's pretty. I mean, I like you get all pumped on your conspiracy theories and stuff, but people died, dude.
Yeah. So hold on.
So
So
you
let me
can't
ask you
just
something,
make
Jason.
shit up.
No, Jason. Here's the problem with this whole thing.
Okay.
I am talking with let's say you. What kind of research have you done in it? I'm just asking. None. Okay.
Except
so,
except the dude was at the Hard Rock the day before he went to the
Right.
Palms, and he
this
was
guy
he was staying
who's
at the
moved
Hard Rock.
28 times, has different names. Fucking nobody knew who he fucking was. He's moving all the fuck around.
But I
he
met
has
it.
a fucking plane that was co-owned
Why
by
are you
the
talking
fucking
about-
CIA.
Why?
He owned a plane that had the fucking FBI.
He was at the Hard Rock, and then he went to that hotel with all these guns, and he shot people, and he was like a drunk dude.
That's just how it happened, just like that.
Why
he
wouldn't
hauled fucking
Wait, you're-
60 guns up there and all
He
that
didn't have 60
ammunition.
guns.
There's not fucking one fucking
got-
video of it. He used the employee fucking elevator, dude.
What do you mean? He just took his bags.
No,
he had guns in bags, suitcases.
And dude, nobody saw anything going on.
I could get a fucking suitcase full of guns in my hotel room.
I guarantee you couldn't.
What the fuck
I
are you talking
guarantee
about,
you couldn't,
dude?
dude?
When I walk
I
into the Hard Rock, I
guarantee
fucking roll my
you
bag.
couldn't.
You're a moron.
No, it's not.
I go to the
moron,
Hard Rock
dog.
every fucking year. I check in with a giant bag. Nobody touches my fucking bag, dude. It comes out of my car and goes up to my
Go
room.
to the employee fucking
What are you
section.
talking
Why
about?
isn't there any fucking
Talking about a dude that stayed in a room with any.
Where are the camera shots?
I saw a camera of him bringing his luggage up.
Where are the ones in the hallway, dog?
You're
why
like,
is he
dude,
using
why
the
is it-
employee
You're
fucking
you
thing?
just made up a story
No,
about
I'm
it.
not, dog.
You can bring
I'm not-
suitcase. Answer
I'm
this
not
question.
making a
Everybody
story
who
up.
checks into a hotel in
60
Vegas,
fucking
shut
guns
up.
and ammunition?
Dude,
Okay.
you're allowed to bring suitcases to your room.
Right.
Nobody checks your suitcases.
Right.
So what the fuck is that story?
60 guns and fucking ammunition.
In suitcases.
And why isn't the fucking
You're saying a dude that checks into a suite can't have 4 suitcases.
and then
it's fucking
why
stupid.
Why have 9 people died associated with this, and a bunch of the witnesses who said they've seen multiple fucking shooters? And why is the guy that's walking through the Tropicana walking like Red Fox and Sanford and Son, walking through with SWAT in front of him, with guns in front of him, and that dude that you see there is now dead? Why?
The guy who, it is widely believed, perpetrated the Las Vegas shooting, we believe, was acting very erratically at the Hard Rock towards someone that we know personally very well, like a couple days before this.
He was a gun runner, dog, and he was fucking. When you're a gun runner, dude, you stay off the fucking radar. This guy was.
This guy tried to fight. He tried to fight.
He wasn't, and that's what the problem comes from. He was suing casinos. You don't do that when you do this job.
This is your theory. Once again, you have no proof, right?
No, he was suing casinos.
But you don't
He
have no
sued a
proof.
casino
But
for
you don't
fraud.
have any proof, though.
What do you
right?
mean?
Like you can't show me any evidence
Of what?
of what you just talked about. Out of the words that came out of your mouth.
Which ones?
The last ones. About the man.
Okay.
Yes, having suing hotels.
Okay.
Do you have any proof of that?
Yeah, you can
You
fucking
do.
Google it, dog.
And it said, and what is
100%.
what is the Google proof? It just says yes, he did.
Okay, see, here's what's going on with this, dude, is I am fighting a narrative set out by the FBI. The
See, it's
FBI
weird.
sets
You're
the narrative
saying-
and you buy it.
Dude,
you don't
but
buy
you can't. But you're talking about 1 minute. You're talking about how these dudes in the Challenger are still alive, which is, I mean, fuck, dude.
I
Maybe
didn't say
Jesus
that
floats
at
as well.
all.
You're saying
I
that
did
you
not
think
say
that you said there's a possibility. You
Anything's
posted
possible.
it. So anyway, so then you're that, and now you're talking about the Vegas thing where innocent people were shot by a crazy man in a hotel room, and you're speculating.
Let me ask
and there's
you
people that are
something,
listening
dude.
that might know people that actually died
So
in
let
that.
me ask you something,
and you have no
dude.
proof. You just make shit up.
Why is that story, which is possible that's not true, more respectful to the people that died than trying to find the truth? Why is that disrespectful to sit there and go, what is really going on,
Because you're
Jason?
just a conspiracy theorist, guy.
Why
You
do
don't have any
say-
proof.
Why do you say that?
Because you have a conspiracy theory
So
podcast.
why are the guys who are sitting in the back while the Vegas fucking sheriff is giving a press conference and telling them not to go places, why is that more honorable than going, hey man, something isn't adding up here. Let's find out what's really going on. Why is it more honorable to be like, hey dude, let's take the official story and move on because we don't want to be disrespectful?
If you were like a detective or something, but you're a fucking comedian. You're not doing any research at all.
I do
You're just
nothing
blabbing shit
but
that you hear from
research,
somebody
Jason.
else.
I do nothing
You
but
don't. You
research
do nothing but stand up
all the time.
You're not a fucking. You're not a like private detective. You don't work for the
I
fucking
do lots of
FBI.
research.
You're
I
not like
look
they
into
are. Not
shit,
like
dude.
them.
Dude,
You're
let
not
me
as
ask
good
you
as them
something.
at that.
There's a guy named Q. Do you know what Q is? Q
You're
is
like the
highest
Steve-O
level
of FBI.
fucking- Listen, can I just say something, dude? And you can go off and we can agree.
I'm
not
not
to
gonna
agree.
go off.
Q clearance is the highest clearance you can have in the U.S. government. Is an energy clearance, okay?
Where?
The people who have a Q clearance have the highest rating of you're allowed to be in on everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The day before 9/11, which was September 10th, on
Agreed.
4chan, okay? A gentleman goes on 4chan and goes, something's about to happen.
Wait, on Fortune?
For
4chan. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And puts out that something big is going to go down in Las Vegas on 9/11, okay? Something very big is going to happen. And it's going to be, and he breaks down exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be a giant shooting. There's going to be calls for fucking body fucking scanners in every fucking casino by forget what the name of the fucking billionaire that owns a bunch of Sheldon.
Alderson?
Yes, is going to call for body scannings and all this shit, okay? He says it happens on 9/11. 9/11 comes and nothing happens, okay? But 10/1 happens, okay? So October 1st happens, and this is when the shooting happens. Now, what was the name of the festival? The Route 91 Festival, okay? Harvest Festival. So if you take 91, 10/01, and 1, what does that equal? 9 fucking 11.
When you start doing,
Dude, you ruined everything.
When you start doing the numbers,
I was gonna.
That's.
I know. No, I'm with Tully.
Why? Why?
It's fucking
He
spastic. Why do the
predicted
numbers have to be
He
next to each other for it to
he
work?
predicted something was going to happen on that.
I mean, there's people that
This is
back you
why-
up right now,
this
but
is
I don't
why-
know if they're still going to back you up after that. That
Okay,
man,
there you
you,
go. Do whatever you want, man.
Kurt. Welcome to the show, man.
Okay, and what are they based on what you've seen, Kurt? Okay, Kurt, let me just cut you off real quick, and I want you to be able to explain yourself. I just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing here. When did those people start getting their suspicions, and like basically where is their story coming from? Have they just latched on to internet conspiracies, or is there something about their experience being at the festival personally that they think gives them some personal insight into it?
I love you, Tully, but that's so fucking disingenuous what you just said right there.
Can you just let him finish? And
I just don't fucking get it, man.
What?
I just don't get it, man. It's just like, you're just labeling it shit. I mean...
I gotta go. Sam's very frustrated. What is your deal? What happened?
Sam, let me tell you what I think I asked, and then you tell me what you heard me say, because clearly they're two different things. I just said, people who were at the festival who agree with you, are they saying that because they saw some shit at the festival as first-hand witnesses, or is it because they've latched onto a different narrative?
The reason I have
Tell
a
me why that's
problem with
offensive.
that is
Yeah.
because you just dismissed this guy who said he was fucking... may not be the investigation that you guys believe it is, which is putting on a fucking fedora and a large fucking jacket with a fucking magnifying glass and looking for clues that you think equals detective work. But there's a lot of people on Facebook and subreddits that fucking do a lot of investigation, and some of these people, bad shit happens to them, okay? And they've done research. So when he goes, there's a lot of people doing research on the internet. You dismiss it as conspiracy theorists.
Whoa.
That's exactly
No,
what you did right there, dude.
That is not what I did. Sam,
So what's
Sam,
going on here is that
Sam,
you've done no research, and you're talking to a guy who's done some research, which is more research than you've done, and
Agreed.
you've dismissed it as conspiracy theory.
No, that is what you chose to hear.
Okay.
What I said, and I'll say it for the third time, it's the last time I'll say it, is, are they saying that because they saw something weird on site that the media official narrative didn't tell us about, or is it because they've subsequently gotten into the alternate narratives of it? That's
Right.
all I said, and that's not something that should be offensive to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't be
And
too
I'm-
offended when you're
I'm
going to
not
come in here with like
offended. I
5
love you to
different
death.
bullshit
I
stories
love
and
you
get
to
bummed at
death.
him.
No.
Listen, this guy works for the government. Havu.
Oh, good. Let's get the government guy to come here and give us the official narrative. That'd be fucking great, Jason. Hey, is J. Edgar Hoover here? Can he come in and call in and tell us exactly what the fuck's going on? Good. More government people. Let's get more government people talking about this.
This show, I thought this show came on later on in the evening. Go ahead.
Take it away, Andre.
I'm not being disrespectful. There is a Q clearance.
I mean, he works for the government. Who told you about the cube?
Oh, man. Thank you.
All right.
All right. So let me just tell you what happened here, and no disrespect to this young guy. He just told us that the Q clearance didn't exist, and now he's telling us what Q clearance can look at. That's literally what just happened right here. And I'm not mad at you, dude. You can do whatever you want and believe whatever you want. I'm just putting out this information that I've studied.
Yeah, but why? I agree with what you just said, but you're getting mad about everybody having their
Dude,
opinion.
You got mad at me, dude.
I'm not mad at you.
You totally yelled at me
I'm
about
not
fucking
yelling
being
at you.
disrespectful to families.
I didn't
said
yell
that.
at you.
Why
I
would
didn't
people
yell at
die?
you. I said it calmly that if it could come across a little inappropriate to people of the families that were there that died.
Right.
That you have a
Okay,
little
I
that you
respect
have
that.
a theory about it. It could come across a little bit insulting,
respect that.
especially when
And
you
I'm
start
sorry I
saying
said that.
that one number adds up to another number, which means death or something. Like those
I respect
those ones
that.
are wild to
I
believe.
respect that.
When I used to smoke weed, I used to love
You did
showing,
not.
When I used to smoke weed, I used to love showing people a pack of Marlboros. I smoked Marlboro Lights on a pack of Marlboro Reds. There's 3 Ks.
Right.
There's 3 Ks. Okay. KKK. Anybody? And you can actually manipulate the word Marlboro as it's written to say horrible Jew.
Dave,
swear to God.
David, welcome to the show.
I can show it to you.
I love how all that means everything. I love that. It's all one. It's all one.
Who is the racist? Who's the stoner racist that spent that long figuring out that one?
Right?
Fuck, that's terrible. Go ahead, David.
Okay.
Well, you've got Sam very angry.
I'm not angry.
Yes, you are.
I'm not
Yes,
angry.
you are.
I'm not
Fucking
angry.
look at the
I'm
video.
just saying to this to you.
You are moving
I'm
around
saying-
in a very irritated manner because of
what
his
this
opinion.
guy's saying is like, yes,
It's
there
just
is
his
Q
opinion,
clearance.
though.
Okay, I get it.
Well, don't get so pissed about it,
I'm not
everybody.
pissed.
He sounds like he has a fairly informed opinion about the
Okay.
specific thing he talked
Good
about.
time. Yay.
More
Everything is perfect.
More than some fucking crockpot comedian.
At least you call me a comic. I'll take it.
Come on.
I also know, and I mentioned this to you, we talked about this kind of stuff briefly the other night. I know a guy who's actually fairly well connected to Saudi royalty, and I ran your theory past him, and he said Not that he would have any inside information to this kind of stuff. I'm not saying he's that connected by any stretch, but that he saw everything because there's been weird shit going on with the Saudi royal family.
Yes.
He
Saudi
saw,
purge.
He saw all of it as actually even more typical, a more typical exercise of power in Saudi Arabia than the Western media is even portraying it to be. He saw it as business as usual for
They
Saudi
said
Arabia.
11 guys got arrested. It was 500. So it's like there's a lot more going on out there.
My guy just said that they're trying to build a big, their super city. We talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
$60 billion city, and he's like the guy didn't thought he had a little bit more money to build that, so he kind of got everybody in a room.
Well, there's also the theory that he used that to get everybody to show up there at that hotel, and that's where he arrested them. He made a big event for them to show up, and it was like, I gotta be there because this is a high-profile event. And he showed up, and they arrested everybody. Now, that guy in that video walking through the Tropicana is fucking dead. Okay? That's not debatable. That guy is dead.
Who?
The guy walking through the Tropicana, like, boom, 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 boom.
There was some baller Saudi guy that Sam is saying was staying at Mandalay Bay.
Or was at the Tropicana and he's walking out with the fucking SWAT fucking leading him out.
He's such a big deal that he had armed security walking.
Not just armed, Las Vegas police SWAT walking him out of the building.
Man, I never want to be that rich and powerful.
Yeah,
but that's
there
just,
it is. There it is.
That's a rich and powerful guy. What's wrong with that?
Walking out. That guy in the back with the fucking jersey on, dead. Fucking dead.
Wait, he's dead?
Yeah.
He's the big deal guy?
Yeah.
Man,
why is he dead?
I would dress better than that. What? Are you angry at that?
Not mad at all. I love this. I appreciate you guys having me come on.
Wow. I don't even know what I'm doing to offend you now.
No, you're not. You're just a wonder. It's wonderful. Well,
hey, Sam.
The shit was hitting the fan that he's getting walked out.
Do you think knowing all this stuff is making you nervous? Because you seem super twitchy and weird.
No, because...
Is it like, because I noticed that one...
Here's how it always starts.
Does Mel Gibson copy you?
Maybe.
Remember in that conspiracy theory thing, Harry's all... Do you have like weird... Do you have your coffee sealed with locks on it and shit?
No.
Because you get like weird, itchy... Your fucking pants are on fire when someone starts talking about it.
No, because...
Is the truth
Jason, if
making
I went
you...
nuts on you, I apologize. I'm always thankful. If I went nuts on you, I apologize. I'm so thankful you bring me on.
What?
But when I get called crazy and your conspiracy, and I don't necessarily think you were just fucking tiptoeing through the tulips, call me crazy, I'm nuts, and all the shit. I get a little fucking like weird because this isn't the only place I get this. I literally get this everywhere I go.
I could understand.
Everywhere I go, people want to go, what about this? What about that? What about this? And I end up defending all conspiracies when I only believe in certain conspiracies.
Why would you defend one if you didn't believe in it?
I don't, but I just like when you brought up the...
Okay, so the Challenger thing, that's not something that you defend, but you
It's not my thing. I go, it's
Right.
possible.
But the second one you brought up.
Which one? 9/11, JFK, Vegas, believe all those 100%.
Right. And the whole thing about the guy wearing the clothes, I just think it's funny that I expected the guy who had the entire LAPD walking him out with rifles to be wearing a suit or something.
At least a chic thing on, right?
I was just surprised he was
The
the guy
chic
in
robe.
a fucking soccer jersey.
Have you ever seen guys dress in Vegas? Fucking women dress up like they're going to the Oscars, and guys like to wear pajamas because we just like to fucking chill, gamble, and drink.
Clearly that guy does.
By the way, Chapman University did a survey where they asked people, do you believe that the government is concealing what they know about the North Dakota crash? 25% of people agreed, 7.5% strongly agreed, and there's no such thing as the North Dakota crash.
As far as you know, Will.
Well, I mean, like I could easily see that could be interpreted as the North Dakota pipeline shit and then blowing up. I mean, like it is. Like you could sit there and ask people. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel does it all the time. He does ask people like, "Oh, dude, what do you think of this guy?" And it's not true. The problem is there's some nice people out there that just want to fucking play along. I get it, dude.
What about ghosts?
I totally believe in ghosts.
All right. Aliens.
Again, that's how I'll never be able to prove it, so it's not my thing. But I think 100%.
Okay.
I mean, Antarctica.
What about
there's
Sasquatch?
parts- I don't believe in that shit. I think those are just bears. Antarctica. There's parts of Antarctica you can't go to. They are locked off and militarized. They are fucking. You're not allowed to go to that area.
That's where they're hiding the hole in the earth.
Well, there's how I'd say that, man.
I've heard that. There's a lady in England who is having a series of sexual relationships with ghosts. So that's pretty real to her.
Is she getting a train ran on her?
I don't think she fucks them all at the same time. She said 10 years ago she was living with a fiance, and she noticed a ghostly presence in her home. And so one night the mouse was away, and she decided to play, and she put on her fanciest negligee. I didn't think that last line was going to rhyme. And sure enough, in the middle of the night, she had a ghostly sexual encounter. And she said that it was so satisfying. She said the ghost showed its like kind of humanish form to her because it had fallen in love with her, just as she was falling in love with it or him. And I think it wanted to make its intentions known, and she broke up with her fiance.
Yeah.
And was in
a
relationship with the ghost. She says that she has subsequently had sexual relationships with round about 20 ghosts. She says she will never date.
He told all his ghost friends about her.
Yeah. So train.
She did run a train.
I don't know if they were all at the same time or if one after another, but feel free to speculate on that. She has sworn off dating men.
Yeah.
Because she says that they can never sexually satisfy her the way that.
So they're all hung like. There's no Asian ghosts out there with little ghost dicks.
I'm sure there's terrific Asian males.
I know, it's motion in the ocean. Sam W. racist.
I'm trying to be open to everybody here.
I know, right?
That's all
I respect that.
That's all we've
I
been trying to
respect
do for the past hour.
He's cool with aliens, but he hates Asians.
I love Asians.
Yeah,
And
okay.
she says, they say, are you embarrassed that you don't date men and you claim to have sexual relationships with ghosts? She said, the only thing I'm embarrassed about is admitting how many ghosts I fucked.
Yeah. Well, she's delirious, and she lives in a world that doesn't exist. And that's cool, because really, I mean, what is real?
How dare you accuse Amethyst Realm
I don't think Amethyst is lying about what she sees to be happening every day, and that's it. It's your angle on everything. It's your opinion on everything. If you think you saw it, then you saw it. If you think it happened, then it happened. And if you really, 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 really believe, nobody can convince you otherwise.
Right, and that's why I say live and let live when it comes to a different British woman who recently got engaged to her 90-year-old chandelier.
Wait, but she didn't say the chandelier was talking or anything or fucking her. It's just, it's a chandelier and I want to marry
Is it a hot chandelier?
It's actually a pretty good looking. I think I'm looking at a stock photo, but it's a 90-year-old chandelier that she calls Lumiere.
Mm-hmm.
And she is actually a bit of a player as well.
Oh.
She fucks more than one chandelier.
Yeah, she said that she's in love with Lumiere, and she said, look, and here's the bit where I go, oh, well, maybe, sort of. There are plenty of spiritualities. I watched a video from Vice of the guys, like, smoking toad.
Yeah.
And they come back from that, and they're like, oh, I just felt how everything in the universe has, like, a life vibration in it.
Yep.
Every and so far I'm like, yeah, I kind of agree. And she's like, I understand that you can't feel the life vibration coming off this chandelier, but I'm sick of pretending that I can't.
Yep.
And you go, oh, all right. So this one is too big for her to go to bed with, so she keeps it like hanging like a chandelier, but she's in a committed relationship with it. She has a bunch of other chandeliers that she's having, like, they're like side bitches. She takes a little one to bed with her.
Wait, puts it in a box?
I don't know what.
Okay.
She's seen other lights. That's crazy.
I don't know if this will inform your take on this story one way or another. She was previously engaged to the Statue of Liberty.
You know what? When I'm stuck on the 405.
See, that's just like that's like Sam's numbers. Like, I was like, okay, sure, go over the crystal. Wait, what? Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
Too many people on the 405. I wish more would date fucking lights.
Do you think the fires are a conspiracy?
Or
it's just a fire?
No, I mean, there's some weird stuff with the Santa Rosa fires, but no. I mean, I hear a lot of shit, dog. I mean,
on the internet.
No, I mean, I've had people come up and tell me stuff they've witnessed with the Santa Rosa fires. So
like what?
I don't want to get into it.
Ghosts, aliens,
seeing dudes resetting fires.
Like government officials doing it.
Like dudes in black masks resetting fires.
Resetting fires that just went out.
Yep.
And what is your theory behind that?
Well, there's this whole theory that there's a couple things going on.
Yeah.
That they're trying to get populations concentrated in big cities, and that the really fertile land where all the weed is grown, like companies like Monsanto's and all them, they want the land.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's whole theories that they can weaponize weather. The Nordics, or I think that's what it's called, the machine that weaponizes the weather, and that's a big reason why droughts have been happening in California, is because they're like controlling the weather and there's no water dropping. So then these farmers got to sell their land, and these people buy the whole land, because Monsanto wants to basically take over the weed biz. They want to control the weed biz. They want to sell the weed.
So do they pay the government to turn the bad weather on?
They could definitely be a part of that. I mean, like, dude,
Somebody who's turning.
The companies
Right. Like
run
at this point, what's the difference, according to your theory? What's the difference between the government and Monsanto?
Well, that's I had a big debate with Dave Smith from Legion of Skanks in New York. He's a libertarian, and he's like, I want companies over government. I'm like, well, companies run government, so like, what's the difference on that whole thing? It's just like, you don't want the government in your this, and that, but then you're okay with corporations, and you're letting you choose between this, and that, and it's just like, it's interesting.
Okay, so if we accept the premise that Monsanto wants to
I'm not saying this is what I'm telling you.
You can't.
I can do that.
Do that.
Jason. I can do that.
You don't back any of your bullshit.
Bullshit. Dude, 9/11.
Such a fucking pussy move.
No, dog.
Here's a really cool theory here's an actual fact that I might not believe in.
You asked me what's out there.
You can't put you don't believe in it on the end of it.
You asked me what's out there, and I told you what's out there, what people are saying. Now, things like 9/11, Vegas, those are things I get behind because I've done enough research. All right?
This is just a breaking situation, and you've
this
heard some
is
whispers
stuff
about it.
I've seen, I've read, done a little research on.
Passing it along. So I'm just saying, what would be the end game if one accepts the premise in a hypothetical world that Monsanto is colluding with the government to control the weather, to cause droughts in the fertile part of California, so that the farmers give up their land and move to cities, and Monsanto can then swoop in, get all the land, so they can grow everybody's weed, and then the water will get turned back on like a spigot. What role does the government setting fires in Brentwood play in all of that, theoretically?
It gets everybody to move out, and now what happens is, like, people's houses, they get FEMA gives them certain money. Can you look up something for me real quick? Government buying old Walmarts. Can you look up that?
Somebody has a theory on you, Sam. Tony, go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
Hey. Thanks for listening.
My personal hero, natural physicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you've ever seen the show Cosmos, he talked about the empirical studies that show that pattern recognition is in our genes. Here's a quick quote from him. Says, the best thing we had going for us was our intelligence, especially our gift for pattern recognition. He's talking about our ancestors. Sharpened over eons of evolution. The ones who were going to spot prey, predators, telling poisonous plants from the nourishing ones, they had a better chance to live and reproduce. Then he goes on, and actually, so he says human talent for pattern recognition is a two-edged sword. We're especially good at finding patterns, even if they aren't really there. Something known as faulty pattern recognition.
Right.
Okay,
Don't talk over. Don't.
Tony, so what you're saying is that Sam Tripoli is too evolved for his own good.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree with that. I understand what you're saying. Right. Can I ask you a question? Within the Vegas discussion that Jason and I had, okay, who had empirical evidence and who had none? Who had any evidence at all? No, but I get that what you're saying, but I'm asking you, in the discussion between me and Jason, who had some evidence and who had no evidence.
How do I have no evidence?
What evidence do you have, dude?
The video of it?
You just basically
What about all the
what
video that I
FBI's
saw?
Fucking their fucking official story is.
Well, and I watched the video. I was in Vegas when it happened. I know there was
Can I
people that
ask
were
you
coming into
something?
the Hard Rock.
What city did Stephen Paddock go to?
Hang on, dude. Hang on. I gotta go.
What city did Stephen Paddock fly to and then drive back from? Do you know what city?
No.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
Why did he fly to Phoenix and then drive back?
To get guns.
Okay. So why is why is he doing that?
Because he's crazy. He plans on killing people.
Okay, so if I'm gonna kill fucking people, dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring 5 fucking guns. So here's what's going
I'm gonna
on.
bring all the guns I can, and I'm gonna lock up a hotel room, and I'm gonna blast away, and no one will be able to stop me.
And so now we got this security guard coming in, dude, who says that this guy who is he a sharpshooter or is he not a sharpshooter?
You don't have to be a sharpshooter.
You
With
don't
those
have to be.
guns?
So this guy's over here pegging people off,
Yeah.
but then this dude, the security guard, he shoots 200 fucking rounds down a hallway and he nips his leg. That's it.
You don't know that happened.
That's exactly what that kid said. That's
What kid?
exactly what the security guard that notified people or didn't notify people, whatever his official story is on Ellen. That this guy who's pegging dudes from fucking like 1,500 fucking feet away, somebody can't hit this kid down the fucking
Dude,
line.
what are you talking about? Have you ever shot a fucking gun before?
Yeah, I have, dude.
If you spray into a crowd, it fucking pegs people.
Right.
So he doesn't have to be a sharpshooter.
So if we knock down the line, I'm just like,
it's a packed out
down
crowd
there?
of people.
Okay, I would love for you to come on my show sometime. We'll have a talk.
I do not want to come on your show.
Please do.
No.
I want to sit down and have a talk.
I
about
don't
this.
want to. This is
Why?
because it's stressful.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, can you say like an hour of things?
I just want to say, first of all,
That's yeah, not true. Not always true. Not always true. Not always true at all.
Yeah, that might be a better way to say
I
it.
come down on this the same way that I always come down on this. And actually, I'll say the exact same thing to you that I said to Jesse Ventura when he sat in that very chair. Sam Tripoli,
You are not the father.
I strongly believe that about 10 to 30% of the things that you believe to be true or suspect might be true might well be. And I hope that there is some sort of afterlife where we are granted total knowledge so that I can find out which they are, because I'll never know the difference.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, and I respect that. Okay, I just know over time, what I believe in and what I've stated before comes more true than not. And in conspiracies that I believe in, and I actually sit there and debate. The space shuttle thing, it's not my thing, but I'm saying it is unusual. That's
Right.
unusual.
Yeah, it's provocative.
Well, it's just like, that's kind of crazy. Maybe someone should look into it, but it's not what I'm working about. What I'm all about is power, money, and greed, and to
Fuck
keep
yeah,
that
me too.
power.
Me too, baby.
Speaking of power, money, and greed, I have to take a break because I have to do a commercial after it. We'll be back.
Are you really angry at us?
No, not at all. I just get this everywhere I go. I get it all the time. I'm a crazy person.
It's fun to talk about.
It's
man.
fine, and I'm Armenian, so I go 0 to fucking crazy very quickly.
Yeah, people thinking you're crazy, it must be tough.
So do you think since you started doing the podcast, you're more that guy that people are aware of, or do you think just in the comedy community you're known as that guy?
A little both, man. I think I get the people who are into it, love my shit, and then the people who are afraid of it get weird with it. It's like this. I got into it with a guy at the Comedy Store. He fucking started touching me, and I'm like, fuck, man. And it happens all the time.
I'm not threatened by conspiracy theories. They don't make me.
And it's all good, dude. I go 0 to fucking crazy very quickly because I just get called nuts all the fucking time. All the time. And I don't talk about anything that I don't do a lot of research into.
It's getting really hard to. I mean, this is a simple statement that is simply true, but it's also a deeper statement that is deeply true. It's getting really hard to know what to believe online.
I totally agree with that too. I totally agree with that as well.
No matter what it is, no matter what if somebody wanted to convince me that, if some group of people wanted to convince me that, Pete Rose didn't break Ty Cobb's record for hits, they could probably put enough shit out there to cast doubt on my belief in what I think I know.
That's completely what's going on, and there's
I love that
just-
Berenstein Bears thing,
Did you ever watch Homeland?
Mm-mm.
The last season of Homeland? Watch that, dude. That talks a lot about what's going on. There's companies who create thousands and thousands of fake profiles. Like this FCC net neutrality thing, wherever you fall on it, it's out of my hands, but wherever you fall on it, right? They found that like almost 100,000 of the comments were fake comments.
Yeah, you mentioned this to me, and the ones that are supporting the FCC are all fake comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because all I'm
now they're refusing to turn over any documents about that. The FCC is now not complying with the.
I was pro net neutrality, and I'm still somewhat pro net neutrality. But net neutrality's only been around for 2 years. 2015. That was a new thing that was put out by Obama, and that basically what they want to do is go. Not all websites are equal in terms of what they should have to pay. Like, it's like you and your website pay as much as YouTube pays.
Yeah.
But they use a lot more bandwidth. And that's the argument now.
But don't they have to pay more for that bandwidth?
According to this FCC thing, that right now all websites are created equal.
See, that's kind of my skepticism about the whole thing. Is I know that it's much better to not spill the milk than to try to put the milk back in the jar or whatever the fuck, But like, I feel like if the thing goes through and then tomorrow your internet provider is like, YouTube is now $9.99 a month, people just go, no fucking way. And that's like actually a cause that people will actually get behind and stay behind. And I don't want to, like, if the worst case scenario plays out, I don't think people would stand for it.
Here's something very
I think people would
interesting
stop going to YouTube if they had to pay for it. That's what the internet has proven, is that you give me something for free.
They've done it in other countries, right?
About
With
free
those-
market.
The tiers of like, if you want to use your internet for this, you got to pay extra. If you want to use it for this, you got to pay extra.
Well, here's the
and
problem.
I also have heard it's one of those things where once they get like, if they do away with net neutrality, there's like no going back. That's something I've been hearing. That like, it's one of those things like, they get rid of that doofus with the giant Reese's cup and put somebody with a brain up in that position. He can't reverse that. Like once it goes,
Again,
there's
like
no going back.
I've heard both of the arguments. I mean, and since net neutrality was put in, have you seen how like YouTube and Google and Facebook are doing more and more censorship? Like in terms of like, you see them demonetizing certain things and all that. I'm fine with if we keep net neutrality, but I've heard what the other argument is. Like the whole free market. Here's the problem I have with free market. If you live in a certain area, you can only get a certain cable provider. So does that include your fucking internet? Because they're like, okay, free market. If I don't like your internet, I can go with this guy's internet. Now, if you look at like the cell phones, it actually worked. I mean, like Verizon Wireless used to charge you for data, but they had to stop because everybody's going to Sprint and AT&T for free data. So they're like, fine, here's your fucking free data.
On the air, I find
I think people have gotten pretty spoiled and used to free.
Oh yeah,
on
fully,
the internet. I don't see that.
I have to be at that. She brought up
Are we doing Drippy
that
when we come
TV
back?
show with me. Like,
I don't know.
It's not like I have to go to Vegas to get mud in my
ready.
face. I'm like, oh my god.
Are we rejoining with Droopy News?
Sure. I mean, can we do it?
You've got the live read. But then
Yeah.
Live
we
read
got
into
time.
Droopy?
Yeah, we got.
I can print it if you got it.
Need more salsa, Betsy?
I'm on my way.
Yeah, bro.
get them a lot more localized. Like I got this like right here really hurts.
Getting in my temples.
Yeah, that's what I think I grind my. I've actually been wearing the fucking mouth guard when I sleep.
How's sobriety treating you?
It's not treating me anymore.
You smoke weed now again?
Mhm.
That's cool.
Smaller and more. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I'm not talking conspiracies anymore ever again.
Anything that goes past like this row of teeth.
Do you have a podcast that's only about that?
What?
Isn't your podcast about it?
Yeah.
So.
I'm just gonna do that.
But I think I get it. I think I get it from grinding.
I didn't know. Sorry.
It just goes like straight up there. That's.
Yeah, I think that's the same as mine.
I see.
That's so sad that girl killed herself. Jesus Christ.
Well, it seems to me like, but knowing absolutely nothing about the situation, if you take somebody who's, if you take 100 people who are a little bit of a loose cannon to begin with, and then subject them to a bunch of online hate, somebody's gonna snap and not be able to take it, right?
I just feel that like anonymity on the internet allows people to be tough guys.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Tell you one of the greatest things about this job is that once a year we go to Ellis Mania and literally people be like, hey, I'm blah blah blah, I'm so and so on Twitter, and you go, oh, this fuck. I used to actually kind of take what this guy said seriously. I don't. Now that I've met him for 5 seconds, I don't care what this guy thinks. Not all of them.
Right.
But you have to, my grandmother always said, consider the source, and you don't get to consider the source.
They believe in the power of listening! They believe in it so much that this is the first TV provider to partner with another great listener, Amazon Alexa. Now with Dish, you can use Amazon Alexa to control your Hopper DVR using just your voice. With Dish and Amazon Alexa, you can do things like find your favorite show, search your family movies, or find teams in game in an instant. Tell Alexa to pause, resume, rewind live TV recordings without having to touch a remote. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the new way to watch TV. Hands-free with Dish and Amazon Alexa. Dish! Tune into you, learn more. Call 1-844-DISH. Go to dish.com. Visit a local retailer. It requires internet connected upper Wally into Amazon Echo Dot or Amazon Tab. Other restrictions apply. For full details, call 1-844-DISH. You.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Oh. Hi, Jerby.
You might actually be an upgrade after that last hour.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, Jerby.
Okay.
What a ray of sunshine.
Oh, I wouldn't put too much faith in me. I'll only disappoint you.
Oh, weekend's almost here, everybody.
So, did you hear?
What did I hear?
Several ships have been washing up on the shores of Japan.
Oh, yeah? Got any proof?
Ghost ships, that is.
Damn it.
Not you too.
I know, come on.
Yes, Stinky is at the helm.
Wait,
He stretches his
a
first
ghost named Stinky?
No, he's making Casper jokes.
Oh.
Very limited palette of references in the ghost community.
So these ghost ships, authorities have discovered that many shipwrecked ships containing skeletons, they believe, are full of defectors from North Korea.
Oh. Wait, it's an actual real ship with dead people in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They think it's from North Korea.
Not a literal
Fools.
invisible ship.
It's from hell. It's not from North Korea, you idiot. Anyway, sorry, Drippy.
Yes, so, ships full of people escaping the Kim Jong-un regime
Yeah.
are getting lost at sea, and then everybody dies. In
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yes.
I mean, at least they died free.
Yeah.
And then there's that.
In other news, a Texas man was driving down the road.
Yeah! I'm driving down the road! In Texas! Where I'm from! Yeah! Sorry. I'm just trying to get everyone to, give them a picture.
That's what we do here, Droopy.
Yeah.
Paint audio pictures.
Yep.
Mind my own business!
I can smell the paint.
Woo! Yeah. Look out! Look out! Here I come! From Texas! Go on.
So the man was blowing into his court-ordered breathalyzer ignition device.
God, that thing won't start unless I do it!
I'm an alcoholic!
When an 18-year-old girl backed out of her driveway and into the path of the man's truck.
Oh.
Yes. He smashed into
Look
it.
at
Wait a second.
Oh, I can't do it.
I don't understand. He started the car and drove away and got on the highway and was pew, 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 and singing the start.
Mind my own business!
And then he needed to do, don't you need to do the breathalyzer to start the car?
That's what authorities are looking into.
So he wasn't
He
drunk
was just
then?
doing it for kicks?
He was not drunk.
Right. He just ran a
They
kid
tested
over?
him. He had no alcohol in his system.
Right, so he just ran a kid over.
They said there were no skid marks detected, so he did not see the car and didn't try and stop. Because he said his eyes were...
She was coming right for me!
Did she die?
Yes.
Oh.
That's pretty low, even for you.
I don't make the news, I just report it.
Yeah, harsh.
In other news...
Hopefully that was just a conspiracy. It didn't really happen.
A 45-year-old man,
Yeah?
Ronald Plummer,
Yeah?
suffered from opioid addiction
Hell yeah!
and had a suspected overdose after injecting too much fentanyl.
Oh, fentanyl, I've heard about that.
It's a really bad time, baby.
It's extra strength.
Yeah, a little
Not
bit
for-
can kill you.
It's not for kids.
It's not for adults.
It's for tough adults.
His
No,
mother
no
came-
pussies, that's all it is.
His mother came home and found him unresponsive,
Yeah.
and the paramedics rushed him to the hospital.
Mm.
But while he was gone, his mother began cleaning up the mess he made.
Yeah, and then she did some phenylalanine.
She came in contact with some of the fentanyl and it killed her.
Oh.
And then a day later, her son died in the hospital.
Well, that's for the best. He doesn't want to live knowing he killed his mum.
Came in contact with it? Like, what, she accidentally snorted it?
It can
Came right
be
for her.
absorbed through your skin
It's coming right for her!
and kill you that way.
Look out, Mom!
Like, does anybody win when it comes to fentanyl? Is there any reason it's
I don't
in the
even
drug
know why
supply?
it's out there.
I think the government made it up to kill people.
Well, isn't it?
That's
Didn't a big CEO of a pharmaceutical company get arrested for bribing doctors for putting out fentanyl? I thought that was a big story that just came out.
It's probably true. We've already said too much.
Okay. By the way, I don't want to die.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you had a podcast about breaking open conspiracies.
I get you.
'Cause that is the fastest way to die.
That is.
If I was going to believe any of the fucking bullshit in the first
suicide. I can't wait till you come on, dude. It's gonna be fun.
place. I'm not coming on any. I'm not going.
I'm gonna come to your house when we do it.
I'm not going to anyone's show.
Yeah.
You can come on my show.
I'm down.
Nobody comes on my show.
I want to be on your show.
I don't know. I reckon. I'm not down with you guys. I should probably just have skateboarders on my show.
I respect that.
It's my people, you know.
Is that how much can kill you? Just that much?
Yes, you're looking at a photo of what a fatal dose of heroin looks like, and it's very, very small. There's people who put more salt on their dinner than that amount of heroin, and yet it is gigantic compared to a fatal dose of fentanyl, which appears to be about 25 dots.
Well, I would.
25 specks will kill you.
If I was fentanyl, I'd be like, oh, this is out, and I'd throw that much out. I'd be like, there's none left in here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, coke users would contemplate throwing this much coke away.
So
I'm
what do
kidding,
you-
of course.
So what do you do when you do a key bump? You just do like a granule.
No, I think what it's supposed to be is that I have to imagine, based on what little I know, that they're supposed to be somehow diluting.
Oh, right.
But the people, it's illegal drugs. They're doing a shitty job of it.
Right.
A little bit goes a real long way.
Right.
Gotta be, right?
I totally agree.
Otherwise, it would be like if rat poison was getting in our heroin.
I'm not a fan of the condensed super strength. You thirsty, Tyrese? Condensed shit to
I have to pee all of a sudden. What is that?
Yeah, I know, right?
No, I think the drugs we have are plenty strong enough.
Yeah.
Probably already too strong.
Yeah, after Coke, we were good. Why do we need more shit?
Well, I know it's weird. I mean, every time I ever got too much Coke, or I'd done too much Coke, I didn't think to myself, I need extra strength Coke right now. I knew. I was like, I need a nap. You know what I mean? I don't need extra strength Coke. That's not gonna help me here.
And that's kind of what I don't get with all. I know I don't get it, but about the super strong weed thing, I've never. When you have too much to drink and you're just like, oh, that was bad. That was a really, really bad idea. I would pay anything. I would empty my bank account to just undo what I've done to myself. I've never taken a shot of whiskey where I go, but what would really be great if this whiskey was like 10 times stronger than what I just did.
I don't know. The weed thing is different. I feel like there's like a tolerance level, and then there's those, like, if it doesn't panic you and it just gets you super high super fast, then it's it's like whiskey is beer is weed, and whiskey is dabs, really.
Right, like I said.
You're doing it faster, and it's getting you. You drink a quarter of the amount, and you're fucking just twice as drunk.
Dude, those dabs, man. I remember I took my first hit. I was at one of those weed conventions, and the girl lit it, and I took my hit, and I instantly drooled. That's how strong it was. It just went 0 to retarded like that, dog.
Good stuff. Drippy?
Speaking of people who drool, back to you, Drippy.
I feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of narcs in here.
What?
Guys can't handle your shit.
Wait, I didn't say it. Anyway.
In other news, temperatures in Thailand frequently rise to triple digits, so staying cool can be difficult.
Yeah.
But a man named Sabthawi Boomkua decided to beat the heat.
I went to high school with him.
Yeah.
He decided to beat the heat by falling asleep with 3 fans aimed at his bed.
I used to know a guy who couldn't fall asleep without a fan.
It's a relaxing sound. It reminds me of Australian summertime.
Like, this guy would sleep so close, would not go to sleep without it, and would frequently wake up with the marks of the grates on his face.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Very weird dude.
So
it's
anyway,
like marrying a fucking light. It's weird.
No.
Chandelier.
Yeah. Look, people fuck cars, Sam. It's the streets.
I respect that.
I do. You gotta not use "I respect that" loosely, because then when you respect something else, you take away. Well, you respect the guy that fucks a car.
Yeah, why not?
Well, because he's a piece of shit.
No.
And if you're gonna fuck something, why rub it on a piece of metal? You know what I mean? Like
that makes less people on the 405. I'm for.
Have you tried?
People.
Let me finish. Have you tried pussy? Just putting it out there.
How about this?
What?
Maybe he's banged so much pussy over the long time that he's bored.
No.
And he's just like, let me rub my dick on this Honda Accord.
That's when you're bored from fucking so much pussy. That's when you get you put your dick in a glory hole. You don't fuck a car.
Yeah, but you say tomato, he says tomato. Your glory hole, his car.
I'll go for fucking anything as long as it has pussy-like features. You can't like when you fucking fence. It's tailpipe vacuums don't work. It's a lie. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like it's fucking a balloon. It's
just
not,
throw some
you can't say because it's a circular fucking thing that there's sex
just
involved.
Throw some lube in there. It's metal. Come on, dude.
Pull out your fleshlight. Put it on the fucking tailpipe.
That's fucking a fleshlight.
And fuck your fleshlight tailpipe.
But if it's important to you that it be attached to a car.
I'm just saying, dude, if you're making less people, I'm pro whatever that is. As long as it's with adults.
I'm a simple man.
What's your
problem
problem with more people? What's your problem with more people?
There's too many.
But it's too late.
Maybe.
Unless you want to fucking do it. then are you for that? What about if
What?
we just cleaned it up? If you're not that fucking useful, fuck off. We'll kill
Say
you.
goodbye?
Yeah.
I mean, then
Wanna
that's
do
a
that?
whole different thing. That's a whole
But
different
you
thing.
would save the planet.
I'm cool with the amount we have. Let's bring less in. That's all I'm saying. Let's
law,
slow. Let's slow
I'm
it
for
up.
licenses for children.
What about some kind of wall?
I think you have to have a
A
license to
wall
have a
to
baby.
keep the babies out, and only the winning babies get to make it over the wall.
Make it a certain height where you know only strong babies make it.
Listen, more anal, more gay people, more humping cars, more marrying chandeliers. I'm for all that.
Right. So you just don't want anybody to exist anymore. You want it to end.
I just want to slow it down.
You want the government to pay. That's your main thing.
I know. Where did we get to that?
Because they're evil and they've done a lot of things to lie to you.
They have done. They have.
I mean, that video of JFK is so wild that anybody thinks that there's a whole bunch of bullets going there. It's
I
just
respect
like,
that,
it's one
Jason.
shot and then there's another
That's
shot.
great.
It's
I'm glad you
wild
enjoy that.
you think that there's
Because
more bullets
the
going off
Warren
in there.
Commission definitely said there was one magic bullet that took a turn and fucking came back. That was the official narrative for a very long time.
That's insane for anybody to make that statement when it's so plainly obvious that there's two shots.
I respect that, dude. I really respect
I mean, when
that.
you see a video of it,
Yes.
and it's like one hit and then another hit, and for someone to say that a bullet turned around and came back, no, it didn't.
Yes, ma'am. I totally get what you're saying.
Dude shot him and then he shot him again. That's what happens when you kill someone. If it doesn't work the first time, shoot him again.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Lee Harvey Oswald just had stick-to-itiveness.
You should look up James Files, dude.
Who's James Files?
James Files is a man who, on record, says he was part of the conspiracy to shoot him. He shot him along with some mob boss. You can see a ton of interviews. He talks about it all the fucking time. James Files. He's been talking about it forever.
Yeah, but that's like when someone calls up and says that, you know what I mean, that something's true or something isn't true on the phone. Like, that's just some weird dude in jail.
No, he's out of jail.
Okay, but he was in jail.
But everything
He's a criminal that
says,
made up a story.
Everything he says lines up.
How does it line up? I mean, I shoot stuff, dude.
I get
That's
it.
2 shots.
I get it, dude.
The
He
circle ricochet bullet
he
is
says
so...
where he was when he shot him.
Yeah.
There's a shadow figure where he says he was in the picture.
Okay.
And then he said the other guy who shot him. There was 2 dudes. One was a mob boss. One was this guy. That's what he says.
Okay, let me just throw this out there. I can't believe we're back here again.
Wait, he shot him at 21? He was 21?
No,
Oh.
he wasn't. That was him at 21.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does Alex Jones believe in the official government story about the JFK assassination?
I don't know.
Would you guess?
I can't. I don't know.
Are you an Alex Jones fan?
I think he puts out a lot of misinformation. I
Oh.
think that he does a lot of good stuff, but he also puts out some misinformation.
I'll cut to the chase of what I'm trying to say. I believe that Donald Trump is open to considering things that the Alex Joneses of the world have to say, and Trump did allow them to declassify the remaining files. I'm just saying, if there was, you can say every president...
There is stuff in there that says there was a conspiracy that the CIA, a guy testified in front of the Warren Commission, which said that he believed that the CIA was involved with the assassination of JFK. And then there's also a document that puts fucking George Bush Sr. in Dallas on that day when he said he wasn't there.
Oh, David Copperfield?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Trump seems like the guy who would say, holy fuck, I'm president. We looked into this shit. We've been lied to. Look at the fucking proof.
I think he started like that, and then he realized very quickly you can't do all that shit.
Gotcha. Okay, that's okay. There you go. Drew?
Wow, Sam! I mean, if that's true, wow. What? I don't know. I've never done any research. Could be true, could not be. 50-50 chance.
I love that.
I respect me.
I respect you.
Go ahead. Is that it, Droopy?
Well, for those just joining us, we were talking about a man in Thailand.
Man in Thailand, yeah.
The fans, it was hot. We
Yes,
remember.
well, in the middle of the night, the temperatures dropped dramatically, and that, combined with the 3 fans, killed him of hypothermia.
Why wouldn't you wake up when you got so cold? That makes no sense.
It doesn't.
What kind of sleeping pills are you taking, bro? Phenylalanine?
Sam, in Drippy's defense, he has done more research on this than you have.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
That's
true. That's true.
In other news, a man involved with a BBC documentary about drugs returned home after feeling sick due to doing too much cocaine.
That'll happen.
The cocaine sent him into an epileptic fit.
Oof.
And as he was lying in bed, he was attacked by his pit bull that had just eaten crack.
That is a great story. Poor dog.
That's fucking
There's
awesome.
One thing I hate when I do too much coke. It's
And have a seizure and my dog eats me?
When my
Like-
people also does too much crack.
Right? Holy shit. Talk about wrong place, wrong time.
The dog crushed his larynx and shredded his face and neck
Oh my
in
god.
front of the documentary crew.
Oh my. And they just.
Wait, why
sat
didn't they
there
stop
filming
it?
They're journalists, goddammit.
Can I see the video?
It didn't say if they filmed it or not. They just said the crew was there.
Well, then stop the dog!
Yeah, so
You ever tried
weird.
to stop a pit bull on crack?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well,
That's like getting hit with gamma radiation.
I completely forgot about that.
They said that it took the police 30 minutes to get inside because
Pitbull's on crack. Say no more.
he was in a block in London with a affordable housing unit, so they couldn't get through all of the locks.
I don't know why that's...
You okay, Droopy?
Droopy's
Yeah.
killing himself. Droopy's killing it.
Excuse me, I have a cold.
Oh, okay.
In other news,
Yes.
archaeologists have discovered over 100 skeletons on what they're calling Murder Island.
I hear that's lovely this time of year.
The history of it is, in 1629, a Dutch ship carrying 300 passengers hit a coral reef.
Oh, dang, that's the worst
That
reef
shit
to hit.
happens.
Yes, near Australia.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And they got
I've seen reefs, boats. I've never actually watched a boat hit a reef or seen video, but I believe that when a boat says that it hit a reef and sunk, I'll go for it,
I
sure.
wonder if the Rothschilds sank that boat like they sank the Titanic.
I wonder if some escaping North Koreans accidentally time warped and collided with their boat.
anything is possible. So after hitting the coral reef, the ship shipwrecked on nearby Beacon Island.
Oh, that's a bad island to be on.
And while all the survivors were waiting to be rescued,
They were eaten by those big
By a crack dog?
salamanders.
they descended into madness and resorted to rape, murder, and torture.
Whoa! That's wild.
Why?
Wait, how many days before that happened?
It was the 2 worst hours of their entire life.
How soon someone's like, we gotta start eating people, but like, dude, we've just been here for 10 minutes.
Yeah!
I am peckish!
Right?
Researchers say they have a long road ahead of them, discovering more remains and analyzing them.
I wonder who was the last survivor.
But how do they know that they tortured each other?
And raped.
Science.
Nobody had smiles on their faces.
Yeah.
Everybody looked really sad. So yes, they're trying to piece together more of what happened on that island.
Oh, damn.
And finally today, a woman in Pakistan was forced into an arranged marriage despite having a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So to escape the marriage, she put poison in the milk and tried to get her husband to drink it.
That sucks, man. Arranged marriage.
Yeah. What happened? The dog had it, or what? Her mum drank it.
Well, the husband refused to drink it, and
He
later
knew
on,
something was up.
His family came, found the milk, and made yogurt out of it, and it killed 17 members of their family.
Oh,
That's
man.
what you get. That's what you get.
This is bad news,
That's
man.
what you get for eating yogurt.
Yep.
Yes.
I like yogurt. What's wrong with yogurt?
Death yogurt is bad.
Death yogurt is bad, but that sounds
Yeah,
like
just
some
don't
death
eat-
coffee would
It
put
sounds.
out.
You know what it does? It sounds like a song.
I don't eat breakfast that's
Death
alive.
Don't eat the poison flavored yogurt. That's the important bit.
Death. Yogurt. Death.
I'm jealous.
Man, get to the goddamn hook. I blame the band. My bad, Will. It's a bad song for Death Yogurt. Death Yogurt sounds it should have been a metal song. Sorry. I fucked up. I fucked up, everybody.
Like Cookie Monster style?
Nah. This is Death Yogurt. You got it, Will? Come on.
I got a meal. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna shove it up your fucking ass. And out it will squirt. The secret ingredient is poison.
The song's called Death Yogurt. You didn't...
And when you eat the yogurt, you get death.
Man, really?
Wow.
People got tense.
All right, Sam's turn.
Yeah, Death Yogurt. Go ahead.
Death Yogurt. It's your friend, Death Yogurt, motherfucker! The CIA's behind Death Yogurt!
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
which
nah.
bean are you?
Save the show.
It's for tying this up in a whole neat little bow.
Perfect.
Final calls. Anybody wants to call the show about anything? 855-ELLIS-41.
We have less than 60 seconds remaining.
Well, still, you could. Maybe the satellites are gonna fuck us. But-
Barely enough time to remind everybody that Sam's embarking on the Social Justice Warriors Tour along with Brody Stevens, Jim Florentine, and Chad Zumach. Details at samtripoli.com.
Yes!
SamTripoli.com. SamTripoli.com.
I love you guys.
Don't die.
Hey, so did you move recently? Because all your like Instagram pics are always tagged Hollywood Bowl. Do you live by the Hollywood Bowl?
I live literally like